Guys, welcome back in for another edition of Nighttime. And joining us tonight, we have, what's your name again?
Victor.
Victor.
Good evening. How's everyone?
Is that a toupee?
Yeah, it is.
It looks like one. Yeah, from here.
I know someone who looks like Bert Newton.
What's that got to do with Victor?
Oh, toupee.
Toupee. Wasn't he the king of toupees?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you in the break. But
Just thought I'd come out with it.
Stop it. I can't concentrate now. All I can see is Bert Newton and them teeth and stuff. Anyway,
you forgot about his porn star moustache.
I haven't got a porn star
It's a
moustache.
semi-beard.
he looks like a janitor.
Victor the janitor.
It's a 3-day growth.
Anyway,
I had a shave last night before I come in.
and
You shaved that before you come in?
No.
he had a honey sandwich and Mum gave him
I did
makeup.
everything else and left this part.
Oh, fair enough.
He wants to be like you. So we've got one here with a mohawk and one here with the beard like you.
Have you got the 270s yet?
No, I haven't.
Are you getting them?
I will.
There you go. Anyway, join us on the other end. We got, what's your name?
Yes.
Yes. How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm going good.
How's the Eels?
You are going.
How's the Eels?
On fire, apparently. On fire.
Better
Loving
put them out.
Loving it. About time.
And they have a beautiful, crazy lady. How are you?
A year older.
Yeah, and looking youthful as ever.
Liar.
Anyway,
And how are you, Dean?
yeah, I'm pretty good.
Good.
We're both losers, aren't we, darling?
I'll speak for yourself. You're a winner. You married me.
True.
How was your lovely lunch? Well,
Lunch,
breakfast.
Or you can eat breakfast at Regis. I thoroughly recommend it.
Yeah, now I've got to get on the Duromine or another weight loss drug because I put on about 20 kilos. Well, let's just say we got our money's worth, me and the daughter, and Kylie had not much because she only a little bit.
No, I ate a fair bit.
Me and Portia like to turn into all you can carry. And yeah, she loves it. But no, it was quite good. So shout out to Regis out there. That was nice. But good birthday and yeah. Anyway, time for the NRL news.
Fire away, Cole.
Spencer Lenu has responded to people labelling him a racist. If anyone thinks I'm racist, it is what it is. I can't control that. Everyone is entitled to their opinions, but I have a real small circle, and those in my circle are the only opinions that matter.
I can't wait till after the show tonight and Origin's on and Spencer, seriously. Shout out Little Dragon because they've sent me another couple of cartons and I'll tell you what, on the lounge there, a couple of cartons of Little Dragon and watching Spencer fire up. Oh, bring it on.
Can I take a couple home with me?
What, Spencer's?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Dragons.
Sure.
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 There's one next to us. You can take him home.
Bert. I'm Bert now.
Not with that.
Bert with
porn
a
star
toupee.
moustache.
Payne Haas. Everyone knows what's happened. I'm just trying to look after my siblings and try to look after my family that I have in Australia and try to make sure they are all right because what I'm going through, they're probably going through it as well. Obviously, when I come to play footy, I enjoy it. It's my little escape from reality.
Yeah, poor bugger.
Yeah.
It must be pretty horrendous for him. He's made something of his life and, the rest of his family are in a bit of strife and, yeah, but don't, tar the whole family with the one brush.
Definitely not. I really like him. Like, I would not complain if he came to Penrith, along with the Thompson brothers and Greg Marzu. We'll find a place for all of them.
Not opening. Leo's Leo's
My
night.
birthday's over, girl. It's gone.
My birthday's every day.
I'm sorry, I can't help it anymore. But every time I look out the corner of my eye, remember the show Weekend at Bernie's?
All I need now is my glasses.
Oh, move on.
The Cowboys have officially re-signed Thomas McKaylee
That'll do.
Sounds good.
on a 2-year extension. The Cowboys have officially re-signed Cohen Hess on a 3-year extension till the end of 2027.
Pronounce that correctly too.
Cohen Hess.
And
It's pretty easy to spell.
interesting to note that Jordan McLean's probably on his last year in the NRL. I thought he had a little bit more left in him than that. Maybe it's just the Cowboys don't want him. So I'm wondering if he's going to head to Super League or something. But
Didn't he end up at the Storm at one point?
that's
Yeah,
where
he
he
was.
originated from.
He was
He's
the one
like
that-
Alex
yeah,
McKinnon. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
With Cohen Hess, to me, he doesn't seem to play as hard as what he used
No,
to.
you're dead right. You're dead right. He
When
was
he
this
first come out,
sensation
he
when
was
he first
scary.
come on, and they thought he was the best thing since sliced bread was going to, and he did to a certain extent, but yeah, sort of dropped off
Backed
the
off a
face a
bit,
little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
I reckon I could tackle him.
Scans have confirmed Titans' Tony Francis suffered an AC joint injury in his NRL debut. He's expected to miss roughly 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, that's spit my tongue, don't worry, but that's a bit rough on your debut.
You won't forget that debut in a hurry.
Hmm.
Angus Crichton says there are no updates to where his future lies in the NRL from 2025 at this stage. I'm not going to rush it. I just need to focus on playing good footy and let the rest look after itself, he said.
Well, I think he'll end up at the Roosters because Roosters are wanting to buy everyone else, so why not buy him as well?
Yeah.
And now after Davey Armstrong, and the week before it was Carlin Ponga, so
Leave me full of Moses alone.
you can have him.
Ben Hunt admits his preference is to remain with the Dragons for his next contract, but also didn't rule out a move back to Queensland. Mate, I'm not closing the door on anything at all, he said.
What do you-
It's an amazing turnaround 12 months ago. He
Yes.
was ready to go.
I was going to say that, Bernie, that he wanted out there.
Paul Vaughton believes Felice Kafusi or Corey Jensen should be on the bench for Queensland instead of Selwyn Cobbo. I'm not happy with the bench. I don't understand why we've picked a winger centre on the bench.
Interesting. Unless Kalen Ponga played a ball-playing lock in his debut game, are they going to do a similar kind of thing with him and have him come on at lock? Which I think could work.
I like Cobbo.
Yeah, I think he could do the same as like Ponga did. So, 15 to go, 10 to go before half time. Selwyn Cobbo comes on and plays lock. And realistically, if there's some tired defence, he
Straight
could
up
carve
the
him up.
guts. Straight
So,
up the guts.
He's dangerous.
I understand what Vaughton's saying, but I don't think it's that bad of an option, to be honest. I think he could cause havoc.
Yes.
The NRL will reportedly announce Papua New Guinea as the 18th NRL side. It's reported the federal government has agreed to fund 600 million taxpayers' dollars into this team.
That's my issue there.
Wrong.
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
So I have to go on and do some more overtime to pay for this. When, to be honest, my overtime, or runs taxes, probably would have been better. $600 million going into our health system. Or to Smith Family Charity.
Women living in cars.
Yes, like that. Mental health. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for that to come in.
100%.
But don't they have their own government? So maybe I need to not run for boss of NRL and I need to run for Prime Minister.
Everyone vote.
I'm a busy man next year. But no, that's just ridiculous, to be honest. And this is probably why I'm all for a PNG side, but maybe this is why it's not time for PNG and it's probably time for the Western Reds or someone to come on. If we've got to spend our money, that money would be best spent here. Just saying.
Yep.
Agreed.
The NRL are reportedly in the final stages of selecting the 2025 Las Vegas teams, and the Raiders have emerged as a serious option.
Yes, and I did hear Newcastle will not be one of them.
I think it's Warriors,
Penrith.
and Sharks, as well as Raiders.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone will get a go at it eventually.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is.
I
That's so it's so many years. So every team will go there. Sorry.
I was hoping the Knights and Panthers would go over together.
So we could go.
No,
Oh, damn.
we'll be on a cruise.
Yes, we will.
Before you go, remember the
Get on board.
get
on board.
Well, board. Remember the Las Vegas? You were against it, well, not so much against it, but you had a few bad words about it. Should be played here. Da, da. I'm all for them playing over there, but they should be advertising it more.
100%. It was done poorly.
40,000 that were there, 30,000 were Australians.
That's right. And there's talk now of Super League coming in.
Yep.
So there might be 8 games or something or whatever, which that's a little bit better. I just think there was a lot of money, a lot of bullshit in the first year that could have been changed and made better.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one knew about it.
No, they should be over there doing it now.
Yeah.
Like I said, take us over. We could, spend a couple of weeks doing it.
The people they interviewed, they said, we can't believe that they got no helmets and pads. And
Well, you remind me of one of the blokes on the strip, to be honest.
was he good looking?
Wears a cowboy hat and plays a guitar.
Who was that?
Rory Kappa.
He wears Speedos and a pair of cowboy boots, and that's it. I'll find the picture, but
I'll have to buy some cowboy boots now.
Disturbing that you're
Watch this
thinking of.
space. I can't play the guitar.
you can't wear Speedos, eh?
I got speedos at home.
Anyway, moving on.
The Rabbitohs are reportedly in talks with Ewan Aitken to sign him on a multi-year deal from 2025 onwards. It's reported the Dolphins only offered him a 1-year deal.
I did also hear there was someone else on the Rabbits radar as well. I'll wait until see if you've got it.
This multi-deal things, but after a year or so, they rip their contract up, or well, I don't look. I'm not into that. 1 year, keep them there. They get 3 or 4 or 5 years. They play real good for the first 6 months, and then they slide off a little bit.
But the thing is, if a player doesn't want to leave and the club says, "Oh, sorry, we don't want you. No, we signed you for 5 years. We don't want you anymore," well, they should be allowed to, unless they can both agree. For example, Ben Hunt still has 2 years to run on his contract. If he says, "No, I don't want to," but the club say you want to go, well, too bad.
Yeah.
Unless they both agree on it, he should have to honour his contract.
Yep.
And vice versa. If a player wants out, the club says no, well, you got to stay.
You don't want to perform, drop back a grade.
The problem is, for example, like Kalen Pong at $1.4 million, you can't have that kind of bloke playing reserve grade. Pay some money back.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on.
The Eels have reportedly finalised their shortlist of options to coach them next. Brad Fittler is not on that list, but Alex McKinnon believes he should be. For me, Fittler deserves to be a leading candidate.
Yeah, well, he showed he can do it at Origin, so maybe a full-time gig. Is there who else would you pick, to be honest? Is there anyone better? I know they're saying the Sharks assistant, what's his name?
Josh Hannay.
Josh Hannay. But yet to prove to me. To be honest, I don't know why these people aren't in the mix anymore, but...
Jason Rolls was another.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm...
The Walker brothers.
Yes. Yes, 100%. But you look at the way they play.
Yeah.
They play guessing football. So you're not going to know, like the Knights, we're coming up, we're going to do 6 and we're going to put a bomb up. They keep you guessing and attacking football. And I'll tell you what, that's where the game's going away from. So I believe that the Walker brothers, because also you've got to look at the future.
Jason Demetriou has also expressed interest.
Well, I couldn't rule him out, but for me, it's the Walker brothers because I'd be looking at the future too. Because I'm thinking that while I've got them there, Sam's going to come over, and I'll tell you what, he would. It was only a matter of time before he goes from the Roosters to go play with Dad. 100% he would.
Would you give Michael Maguire this, or let him keep going for New South Wales?
No, all right, and let him go to New South Wales. That's a full-time job now. So I'll take the job.
You don't like Parramatta.
I do now.
Continue. I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. Reports suggest the Cowboys are pressuring Jason Taumalolo to explore his options on the open market. James Hooper says he's been told there is friction between JT and Todd Payton.
Problem is, they signed him to a $10 million ridiculous contract. And if he don't want to go, what are they going to do? They're still going to have to pay it out.
Yep.
Now,
Exactly what we were just talking about.
dumb that signed that, aren't they? But I can understand Todd Payton's frustration because he hasn't lived up to the. That's the thing. You're not worth that kind of money, mate. Like, to be honest, you're not even worth half that.
Yeah.
The Knights have tabled David Armstrong a contract extension beyond this season. We've stuck with him and given him this opportunity, so I'm hoping we can come to some sort of agreement, said Adam O'Brien. The Roosters are reportedly sniffing around as well.
Yeah, apparently the Roosters have offered him this contract
And this contract.
and this contract.
This contract.
100%.
Wrong.
Oh, it is. But see, the thing is, okay, I don't condone breaking the rules, right?
Yeah, you do.
But let's be honest, this happens. No one can deny it. So I think it's about time clubs started doing the same.
Yep.
If one's going to do it, the NRL not going to stop it. I'm saying, sorry, Knights, put your hand up. Henny penny, whatever. Let's start giving some deals under the table. Because if you can't beat them, join them.
The Fox Sports Lab have revealed the Maroons, whatever, have selected one of the most error-riddled backlines in Origin history for the opener.
Yeah, but Origin's a different ball game. Like, look at Dane Gay guy. He can play shotgun all year, so to speak. But when he pulls that maroon jersey on, something's different.
Yep. Different man.
I think that's just a media bullshit, and yeah, that's my opinion.
Craig Fitzgibbon says, flat performance by us. We got jumped straight off the bat. Some poor defensive lapses. It was uncomfortable to watch. We created a bit of movement back our way at the start of the second half. But again, we let ourselves down with the backfield errors, penalties, 6 agains and poor focus. No excuses. It was a flat performance.
Defensively, they've been ordinary the last month.
To be honest, I just think what I've been saying all year. They're starting to be shown that they're not a premiership contender. Just saying.
Isaiah Papali'i has undergone surgery on a syndesmosis injury he suffered against the Cowboys and is expected to miss the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Pretty much his season gone.
That's all right, because he can freshen up for us.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. You'll be happy with that.
Syndesmosis. Sounds like a venereal disease.
No.
What? Sounds like my chair.
Needs a bit of WD-40, I know that much.
Like
Yes.
syndesmosis.
Yeah.
That too.
Come on, Corey, you work in the medical profession. What's a syndesmosis
He
injury?
pushes beds around.
High ankle sprain.
Ankle sprain, there you go.
It's another term for it.
Do you shave them when they have to have surgery?
No.
Why do you want to offer to put your hand up?
No, just curiosity.
Well,
Give it a
actually, when you're asleep, I might be able to,
go.
I
Oh,
might be able to shave your eyebrows for you if you like.
is that what you call it, an eyebrow? Moving on.
The Sharks are reportedly in contract extension negotiations with both KL Iro and Jack Williams. The Sharks have reportedly activated a clause in Thomas Hazelton's contract that ties him to the club until the end of the 2025 season. They are working on a long-term deal as well.
And Reece Hunt is
No.
on the... Shh. Be quiet. Next.
Zach Lomax admits it would be good to reunite with Michael Maguire at the Eels again next season. Of course, I'd back him. I think Madge has shown he knows how to get success. You're not saying anything now. I'll keep going. Knights medical staff believe Daniel Saifidi suffered an MCL knee injury, and if scans confirm the injury, he would be sidelined for multiple weeks.
Opens the door for Jack to come back.
Yeah.
Wish it was last week, but...
Oh, yeah.
That would have been interesting to see.
Wonder if
Yeah.
it would have been a headbutt or something else.
But did you see Reed? Oh, I will leave it for... Yeah.
Jacob Saifidi has been charged with grade 1 striking for his headbutt on Reed Marnie. He will avoid suspension and pay a $3,000 fine with an LT.
I think that was pretty harsh.
Guilty plea.
Sorry, pretty harshly done by... Seriously? I reckon Saifidi should have been awarded 6 daily M points.
Nico Hines would have.
Yeah, well...
It was 3,000 well spent.
Yeah.
Nah, as he walked off the field, I said, you should have done it harder. Made it worth your while.
Yeah, we all could have chipped in $1 or $2. But yeah, you noticed when he done it, but Leo Thompson was arcing up at him and he just walked away. He didn't want to borrow it.
He wasn't going to headbutt him, that's why.
Well, true.
But why would you want to headbutt someone with a headgear on?
Yeah,
You wouldn't have felt it.
didn't really make, but yeah.
Wasn't even. It was a bit soft anyway.
Yeah, it was more of a love
Push,
tap.
like it was a bit of a
it
push.
was a
Yeah.
nudge. It was more of a nudge.
It was like the
Yeah.
goats.
Yeah.
You know, the goats do with the head.
Don't know. I'm not telling the story.
Oh,
It's more for the sheep.
sheep do it, is it? I knew it was one of them.
Adam O'Brien admits Super League recruit Will Price is not ready for the NRL yet. I feel he is still learning the game out here, to be honest. He hasn't strung too many back-to-back good games in the New South Wales Cup.
Okay. You all know I'm a fan of Will Price. I don't think he can do any worse than what's happening at the moment. How did you know that the kid's not ready if you don't give him a shot? Second of all, it's been noted a few times on social media, people saying about it. Peter Mataudia played a lot of NRL, brother of Sione, and then played a shit ton of Super League. I asked him the question. I said, it'll be interesting coming from a player that's had a lot of, in both comps and played with Price. What do you think? He said, put him in. He said, the kid can create something out of nothing. And he said, yeah, it could, but give him a shot. And, that's come from someone that's played with him and played a lot of both things. So why can't you? If Hastings and, not Gamble, of course, no. If Hastings and Cogger are playing that badly, why shouldn't he have a shot? Like he played Super League. Super League is a class above New South Wales Cup. So if he's good enough for Super League, it just doesn't make sense to me. Is it a case of certain people not getting along with that person, or
Put him in, let him have a go. If he doesn't do any good, at least he's had a shot at it. Then drop him back, and then.
Well, it can't go any worse. Like, to be honest,
what I'm saying is, from that to the first grade, it's a different level. If he does a reasonable job and then gets put back, he's at a higher level going backwards, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So then he can play, and okay, you're right to come up now.
Yeah,
I
true.
reckon give him a shot.
I do.
What do you think, Skippy?
Oh, I believe he needs to be
He
given
looks
a
like
shot.
half asleep. Have a go at him.
He is.
Yeah.
A long day.
Late night at the... I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, moving
Time
on.
to go.
The South Island Kias are expected to pursue a bid to enter the NRL in the next round of expansion when the league is expected to grow to 20 teams. Another New Zealand team?
No.
Why not?
Reg.
You got to look at the Western Australia before we go anywhere else. They're the only part of Australia that hasn't got
Yeah,
a team.
what's the 19th team?
Well, there's no rule. Isn't it PMG?
Adelaide
No,
Rams.
that's
Oh, I
18th.
don't, well,
18.
Adelaide Rams.
is it the 19th? I don't know.
This one's the 20th.
Oh,
For the
wasn't
next
it the
round.
Bears? Western Bears or something?
Western Bears.
Ah.
Yeah, okay. As long as they've got a team over there, I'm happy for it. But
Spread it.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say?
Spread it. Spread it around.
But there has to be a team over there before it goes. Yeah. If not, because I'm telling you, we're going to lose so many fans.
The thing is, they've got a good stadium over there, apparently. And they
Optus Stadium, yep.
A good crowd.
And there's a lot
Bums
of...
on seats, that's money.
Anyway.
The Women's State of Origin Game 2 for Thursday night, the 6th of June, tomorrow night, has officially sold out in Newcastle. The match will be the highest attended women's rugby league match of all time.
All I can say is,
Good on.
good on the Novocastrians.
Yep.
We love our footy. And I'll tell you what, for the girls to run out into a fully packed McDonald Jones Stadium, it's going to be... They've not... Well, maybe the Knights girls would have felt this before, but it's going to be something special for the rest of them, to be honest.
Well, the Knights crowd's always been 18th man, haven't they, to get them over the line? So I'm guessing this is going to be no different.
So
It'd be interesting to know the figures of New South Wales to the Queenslanders in the supporters, like how many Queenslanders actually come down or from.
do you want to
around
go
here.
count
Yeah, I'll count
them? Gary the Gate Boy.
them.
Gate, did you say, or something else?
Gate.
Oh,
Gate.
right. Oh,
Anyway,
gate.
moving on.
Not goat.
Oh,
Or
right.
gay.
Dylan Edwards' quad injury is set to sideline him for another 3 weeks. This puts him in doubt for Origin 2.
I hope not. I'd like to see him come back because you've got to be shouted for the poor bloke. And like us, people saying, "Oh, Teddy got shafted." Teddy didn't get shafted. It was just time, and this player has played exceptional football. And it's no disrespect to Teddy. It's just that Dylan Edwards has played.
Even Teddy was graceful.
That's right. Dylan Edwards has played. His stats speak for itself.
Yep.
He had to be picked. So it's not a kick in the ass to Teddy. It's just the way
He served well. He's back, and let's hope he does a good job on.
Just not too good, because I'd like to see Edwards get back in. But yeah,
If it comes 2-0 New South Wales, bring him back. And like if Edwards isn't fit enough for game 2, and we win 2 games,
giving game 3.
It
has to be. I think
because if Teddy down the track something, which I don't hope doesn't happen to him, but something happens to him or something, and at least Dylan's got one up his sleeve.
I hope one of the New South Wales forwards, except for Spencer, gets the man flu on the next day too, and Mitch Barnett's got to come in.
That man flu's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Women don't know what it's like. They get the flu. We get
Luke Garner has re-signed with the Panthers for 2 years.
no talking over it.
Well done.
I'll give you that one.
Yes, he has.
Sorry, I was falling asleep, Gary. No, I'm kidding.
Hello, Bernie.
Jason Saab has re-signed with Manly until the end of 2029.
Seen that?
Teague Wilton will miss at least this week for the Sharks after suffering an AC joint injury. Most AC joint sprains come down to pain management and allow return within 4 to 5 weeks.
You've been getting some advice off doctors, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a
Going over your
doctor.
head.
Yeah.
I am a doctor.
Stephen Crichton has revealed he has a personalised handshake with every single Bulldogs player. He is currently working to create the same with every one of his Blues teammates.
Yes. I seen it yesterday. He's got quite a few already. How would you remember them all?
People were commenting saying, so no wonder New South Wales don't get rugby league. Origin. No, they're forming bonds
That's right.
like Penrith did.
Hey,
Just, yeah.
it's
Cool.
Crichton. He's a genius, to be honest.
He's a different breed.
Yeah, I wish we could have him back. That's one player that I wish we could have back. What, mate?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Crickets.
You'd have him on your team,
We've got Lomax now, so we're right.
you hope.
We hope.
You'd swap Lomax for Crichton?
No, we'd have both of them then.
The Rabbitohs are reportedly interested in Royce Hunt and are prepared to offer him more than the Sharks can. He's contracted with the Sharks until the end of 2025.
I used to play with his old man,
Rex.
Mike,
Anyway, moving on.
that's bad.
Sad.
The Tigers have reportedly offered Stefano Utukumanu, something like that, a 5-year extension worth roughly $4 million. His current deal is reported to be around $600,000 to $700,000, but includes release clauses in his favour. I can say that name when I'm typing it up, but I get
Penrith are
to...
not interested.
We'll figure it out.
Is it Okatumano?
Yeah, something like that.
You were waiting for that, were you?
I can say it in my head.
Anyone going to give me a commentator's job? Because I would love to do this.
Sure.
You just sit there and shut up.
Right.
Anyway, his management are preparing to request permission to negotiate with rival clubs if he misses selection for State of Origin too. So, are you sure Penrith aren't interested?
Yep.
Okay.
They've moved elsewhere.
I don't think that's in my news.
You heard it here first.
All right, we'll get back to that.
Peter Mockroth, ABC News.
Manly have officially signed Jake Simpkin after the Tigers released him from his contract yesterday. He will join the club immediately until the end of 2026. Rugby league legend Rob Burrow has sadly passed away at the age of 41. He helped raise millions of dollars for motor neurone disease following his 2019 diagnosis.
Champion of the game.
Lasted a while, didn't he, with it?
Absolute champion of the game, too.
He's 2 years younger than me.
He's won
You're on the left.
every award that you can. He's won so much rugby league. Probably one of the best. Well, when you think of English players, probably one of the ones that comes to your mind. A terrible disease. I lost a good friend, Blind Mellon off the radio. Remember Blind Mellon off New FM? Yeah, he passed away to motor neurones disease. So it's a terrible disease, but
No cure for it. It's just
No,
shocking.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out goes to his family and anyone that would play with him. It's a terrible time for him, and his name will live on forever. But for
What his mate Kevin Sinfield done for him, he would have seen a lot of that.
Yeah,
Went on marathons and did all this stuff to raise money and for awareness, was just outstanding.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's good when people get involved and make something of it. Anyway.
Multiple NRL clubs are reportedly interested in signing Bailey Simonson from 2025 onwards. His management are set to meet with the Cowboys, whilst the Dragons are also reportedly interested.
And so the Roosters might as well. They're interested in everyone else.
Stay, Bailey.
I don't know. To be honest, where I'd see him ended up.
Is Bailey a swap for Lomax?
Well, I think it all might come down to who becomes the coach.
Together.
I think it might come down to who becomes the coach at Parramatta, whether he stays or not. That's my opinion.
He's getting better each week, I reckon.
Yeah.
Sounds like Tulagi might be staying there. Is that right? Then if they're gonna,
Not sure yet. Haven't heard.
Penrith has moved to terminate the contract of sideline star Taylor May. The club has issued a show cause notice to May after breaches of their code of conduct. May is currently stood down by the NRL under the no-fault policy after being charged with domestic violence offences to which he pleaded not guilty. The club presented the 22-year-old with multiple breaches from his time in the NRL squad dating back several years, but does not include the latest allegations ahead of his court date next year. May will face the Penrith board next Tuesday in relation to a number of other off-field misdemeanors, whatever.
Misdemeanors.
That's it. I can normally say it. During his time at Penrith, both the club and May's agent declined to comment on Monday. The decision to issue May with a show cause notice has reportedly been driven by the club's board. The outside back recently extended his tenure at the foot of the mountains, inking a fresh 2-year deal worth an estimated $1.2 million. Sources said that the list of breaches related to the use of foul language on social media and a social media video in the passenger seat of a car driving at 96 kilometres an hour in a school zone last month. May has played 30 games for the Panthers since making his debut, and the Panthers are reportedly in negotiations with the NRL to receive salary cap relief for Taylor May, who will remain stood down under the no-fault policy for the rest of this year.
I don't agree with that. He's pleaded not guilty, so he's saying he's innocent. So what happened to innocent till proven guilty?
Yeah.
And they're saying, but this stuff happened before his contract. Well, why'd they sign him?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but I don't agree with it. And to be honest, the bloke's a gun, and if he's innocent, I wouldn't want to lose him.
Oh, he had a lot of potential. Someone even said what you said today online, that they will probably end up signing him at the Roosters
100%
because
they will.
they reckon the Roosters have a way of turning bad people into good people.
Oh yeah, here's an extra 20, 40 grand under the table.
I suppose
Be good.
That's where he'll end up.
hang out with his brother Terrell then.
Yeah, but he didn't want it. He wanted to stay at Penrith. And I'm telling you, Penrith are going to regret it. If he's come through innocent, they should be allowed to get his contract back. Or Penrith should just hold on to it and say, look, pending the outcome.
Yep. We'll wait till the end.
Yeah.
They want salary cap relief, so they can't have both.
Well, it's a few months, to be honest.
But Penrith are probably going,
Future.
he's easier replaced.
He's not.
We can replace players like that.
He's not, but look what the bloke offers. There's not a lot of talent like that.
Jesse McLean's.
No, he's going to be good, but he's not going to be as good as him. There's not many mongrel centres like that anymore, and he brings mongrel, and that's what you need. I'm telling you, seriously, do register him, and hello, Newcastle, let's sign him. Him and Bradman Best in centres. Oh, yeah, hello, Skippy.
You're obsessed with Skippy.
Skippy's on the end there.
That's Bernie.
Anyway, that's it.
Victor.
Anyway,
So who's coming to Penrith?
I don't know.
We all are on the bus.
Well, that was an anticlimax.
What do you mean? Oh, on the bus trip?
No. You said
Taylor May goes.
Penrith weren't interested in Stefano.
Oh, on that case,
He's gonna
yeah.
find
The pennies dropped.
Well, there was a few on their radar, but yeah, it's not him. But I'm not 100% sure who yet. Leave it with me. Leave it with me. I'll
Thanks,
find out.
Tube.
That's your homework.
But yeah, no, they've definitely said that they're going to look elsewhere. They think their money could be spent better elsewhere, and I think they feel they could probably get 2 players for that price.
What Thompson goes?
You got me excited because
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you knew something.
Well, I might.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for Gazbag.
Gazbags Day today. Hey team. That's how we start off tonight.
18.
Hey team.
Hey,
Hey team. What's your favourite Origin moment of all time?
Ooh.
Shane Papata.
Oh, that's a good question.
Mm.
Do you want mine?
Yeah.
I've got a couple, but they're pretty much all Paul Harrigan.
Queenslanders.
Paul Harrigan. Harrigan, Marty Bella. Harrigan, Gavin Allen. Well, there used to be Biff. And the big hits. I remember you used to go to school and you were aching to get home, have a shower and have your dinner to sit down and watch the footy. And, you know, for like Harrigan. And then at the start, they used to have the comical things where Harrigan was jacking the beanstalk. Remember that?
Nope.
Thought you were going to say something else then.
Anyway,
I'm
there.
glad you said and beanstalk.
But yeah, mine would have to be Paul Harrigan, Biff, hard hits. Yeah. Couldn't get any better.
mine.
No, just looking at you with that.
Michael O'Connor's kick from the sideline,
Yeah.
and the other one was Mark Coyne's try for a Queenslander. I'm not a Queenslander, but it was a great moment.
You bat for both teams.
No,
Oh.
it was just for a footy moment. That's an Origin moment.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
because I was at that game.
There you go.
Girls?
I just like all of them,
Mm.
but the Queenslander I used to hate
Mm.
was Hancock,
Yes.
but he was a good player,
Mm.
and I hated him because he was a good player.
The same as
There's no hate, but still, he's a good player.
was like what's his name that passed away from Mad and New Ones?
Carl Webb.
Carl Webb.
Yep.
Mm.
You hated playing against him because he was just so good.
Yep.
And he used to stick it to you. Trevor Gilmester was another one.
Yep.
And then call him Axe for no reason. But yeah, it's amazing how little things stick out in your mind like that, guy.
Well, my parents didn't ever watch football, so growing up I didn't get to enjoy the old school footy as much. So I'm just going to say whenever New South Wales wins, that's a good memory for me.
Yeah.
Few and far between at the moment.
Yeah, but especially late, the Penrith Panthers dynasty really would have been a one for you.
In the Origin,
Yeah.
are you being a smartass?
No,
I don't like any of my players in the state of Origin. I tell you that every week.
no, but you've got to look at it personal
No
level.
buts.
He brings it up every week.
Yeah.
You do have good depth, though. Let's just.
Not the other night we didn't. I can laugh about it now.
I'm in trouble.
The other day.
Anyway,
Pretty much.
next.
Damien Harris says the NRL can afford to go to Vegas. Why do we need $600 million of taxpayers' money from Anthony Albanese to start a new team, which we sort of plugged on a little bit earlier?
I reckon the answer to that is, should Albanese be in next year? No, that just says it there.
It ain't easy.
Albanese's got more money than me, why doesn't he put in a couple of million of it?
Yep.
Because he's a wanker.
Pretty much all politicians are, aren't they?
Give me a shot. I'll look after you guys. I'll bring the old age pension up.
Thanks, buddy.
What job are you not going
I'll
to
look
do?
after you as well, too.
Gaz isn't on the old age pension.
but
he
he
works
will.
his butthole.
By the time I get in there,
I'm not
What?
far off it.
I'll look after you too. I'll make sure the gay marriage gets, stayed
already
in.
is
But
legalised.
stayed
Already
in.
in.
Yeah, stayed in.
Well, what are you going to? What else can you do then?
What else can I do?
I don't know. You want to do everything else. You run the NRL. You run this. You run
Put
that.
lights down at Tomago.
Yeah. Oh. Penrith can get an upgraded stadium. Better than what they've already been promised.
Aren't they already are?
Better than what they've been promised. The Knights can have an upgrade.
Better food.
I like the old school stadium though.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you've got to move with the times.
They need better amenities, yes.
The lighting issue.
Oh yeah, they played in the dark the other night.
They did,
There's
didn't
the
they?
point. Every stadium should be like
Should be lit up like daylight.
Is that why they?
No, like Combank
Yep.
or the new, is it Allianz? Where you can turn the lights off and on and change the colour. You see, when the Cowboys scored the other day at the Roosters Stadium, the lights went all blue and yellow for like the Cowboys. And I thought it was just great. It's a spectacle of sort of like a grand final spectacle, but in every game.
Just brings a little bit more to the game.
Okay, you're sitting there in our seats, in our master seats at...
Hang on a sec.
No.
With Penrith, all the lights go black.
Oh, there was about 2 on. Come on.
No, I'm saying.
No, they
The
go
colours.
green, red and yellow.
Well, there's only a little bit of green in
Yeah. No, they have them as they run out the tunnel. But, okay, you imagine being at Newcastle and we have the stadium like that with the lights that can go off and on and it's dark and all of a sudden the team's about to run out and there's fireworks and there's red and blue lights and there's that Newcastle chant. The atmosphere would be electric. But now we just got to turn the lights on at 2:30 to play at 6.
I was going to say you're dreaming of all about that.
Well, you
aren't
just got to get to turn the lights on to get them to get out and play.
Yeah, you have to get up there with a cellophane and put it over the lights or something.
And there's not much Newcastle chant anymore either.
Well, that's something we've got to work on too.
Okay, this is one's from our own backyard, from Portia Smith. Why don't the Knights Stadium have the photos of their supporters where they take a pic at the game, upload it to the Instagram, Twitter or Facebook with a hashtag chosen by the club and put on the big screen? Why do you think the Knights don't do this anymore?
I remember her saying that the other night too, and it was a good question.
I didn't realise until she'd brought our attention to it.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't. Like, crowd interaction. You want to put bums on seats and crowd interaction. I still think that, don't get me wrong, Glenn Hawke does a great job, ground announcer, 100%. But I think they should have someone for half time, someone different. Like Glenn Hawke can do all the proper stuff. And maybe, like me and Corey. And we go around the crowd, for example, like call us whatever. And we get the crowd involved doing stuff. And, the fan cam and, getting all involved. But,
The thing that sucks there, though, is when Glenn's talking or whoever's talking on the microphone, you can never
can't
hear them. Yeah.
The PA's levels are just ridiculous. But okay, for example, if Corey, hypothetically speaking, was funny and and he went around the crowd.
What are you talking about? I crack jokes every week.
But you know what I
we
mean?
make a joke of you.
And he went around the crowd and we got the crowd involved and was funny and then we all know I am funny. And when it was on the other side, and go, heading back over here, Smita, and we got the crowd involved with things. And we got them dancing and waves and that kind of thing. It would bring a great spectacle, I feel.
Yep.
Like, not saying we're the two men for the job, but, someone like that. You need to bring the crowd back involved, huh?
If only I could crack jokes.
You'll get
You
there.
can't even crack an egg.
No.
In order to answer that question, I really have no idea, but
Why not?
someone needs to send the club an email and ask.
Yeah.
It'll probably fall on deaf ears.
Sorry, that's your job. I want your homework for next week.
What's that?
Send the club an email and ask.
An email?
An email.
On a letterhead with Nighttime Podcast.
Yeah, you'll never get an answer.
It'll be like crickets.
Moving on. We'll endeavour to find out.
What do you think about the players today compared to the past? I think it might be a two-part question here. Are we ever going to see a proper scrum again?
Nope.
Alan and Greg. I wish they would bring the scrums back. I'll jump in because I used to be a hooker. Didn't make much money. Back then, you had to strike for the ball and push for the ball, and if you won against the feed, you're a hero type thing. Now it's just...
They feed into the lock.
And the lock's like this. And they're still slow passing the ball.
And he goes, get your head in.
Yeah.
And he's still sitting there smiling and he goes, oh, that's okay.
I think to have not having scrums in the game was to try and cut down the game time. Well,
Yeah,
no,
but this is the problem.
No.
They're trying to speed the game up too much. And look at the injury toll. They're talking about player fatigue and burnout. Well, they need these scrums to get a bit of a rest. They need these dropouts to have a bit of a rest. Once again, not saying anything, but they're screwing with the rules.
Yep.
and stuff in the game. I'm all for a fast game, but you still need some player burnout breaks, fatigue.
I still like to see the scrum where like Tom Malamo and that pushing against a fullback that's in the scrum. Like you'll just push straight over and win the ball.
But there's no such thing as prop forwards anymore. Like
That's what I'm
there's
saying,
only
bring
a
it
few of them left, like Fish,
Yeah, bring it
and
back.
the big boys. It's more mobile. But he's just lucky that he's still pretty mobile and a big boy. But
Who's that next to him?
That is.
Moses Leota.
No.
It's 10 yellow.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's a big unit, but they're more mobile now. Like you look at, even your Leo Thompson, he's a big boy, but he's a lot more mobile now compared to your old
Whack him
school.
in the scrum and like bull it out and push and
A lot, like you look at back in the day, your locks of Mark Glenmore, more of a stocky, bigger bloke.
They weren't ball players.
No, now they're like Kurt Mans.
Mm.
So anyway,
go back to the way it was.
Although I suppose there was a couple of ball playing locks back in the day, but not too many.
not many.
Yeah,
What do you think about the players of today and compared to the past?
it's hard to compare.
It is in a way, sort of, because the game's changed so much. But
Yeah.
I think the players probably from yesteryear are probably more harder in a sense of they worked as well.
And they don't go down like soccer players.
What are you
Or
paying
they
soccer for?
didn't. They didn't go
Yeah,
down.
there's quite a lot of that. It was even
It's
the other
terrible.
night, and it was like I think it was a Parramatta player. Sorry, guys, he didn't get the penalty and he bounced. Christ, got up and started playing the ball.
See,
Like,
done
it's
the
so
right thing. He
obvious,
got up and played the ball.
but it's so obvious.
Was Moses and Gutho doing the YMCA again?
No. Every other player does it, and you pick on Gutho, and
That's
Well,
because
Mitch.
they're so obvious.
How come
because
you
they
looked
want
at
to
me when
quick play
you?
the ball.
How come you looked at me when there's the YMCA? You just directly just looked at me like, "What? I've got nothing to
Well, he's
say."
already started. Look, YMCA.
Guess it's my gator. Just started.
Uh,
I just looked to see if you're in. Honestly, this time I was innocent. It was pure. I'll look at Gaz next.
you want to send me my cowboy boots?
No,
and
thanks.
budgie smugglers, don't you?
Oh, God. I just had dinner.
Or a G-banger.
Oh, she had to take
can
that
always
one
cut
step
them back
far.
No, those budgie smugglers, you're not getting a wedgie.
Number
Oh.
5 is from Brad Burke, and he's no relation. Where do the points for New South Wales come from? It
Well, it
comes from
depends
when
who's
you
kicking.
score over the line,
Tuttle.
not over the dead ball line.
Tuttle. Right,
Correct.
Tuttle's going to get a double.
A double.
Yep.
So there goes your bold prediction at the end of the night.
Yeah, I reckon Crichton will get. Tuttle will get a double. He's just a workhorse. To be honest.
Luai, the connection of Luai, Crichton, and Tyler again, if they're on the same side.
I reckon the points will come from Reece Walsh, like the grand final.
You didn't hear that.
Sorry, that could very well bite me in the bottom.
I don't know.
Call me Walsh.
No, thanks.
You're a bit big for Reece.
So that's what he said.
I like manly man. Not Kurt Man. Men to look like men. That's what I like.
Said yeah.
He's a little bit sweet, isn't he? Don't go to jail, whatever you do.
You do it new.
No, we're talking about Reece, I think.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, moving on.
Bernie in jail.
Was that it?
He's pretty.
That's it for the
Oh,
Gazbag
that's
this
a
week.
gas bag. We might run on to another one before we head to a break. We're on a roll there. So, what caught our eyes for this week? And we'll start with you.
Ow! My eye! Ow! 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 Ow!
Jeez, I'm all worked out. Can I have a mouthful of...
Oh, we'll start with Corey.
Let's have a mouthful of me little...
Well, basically everything that I had caught my eyes. You've actually touched on this tonight, but I'll go with the return of Mitch Moses in Parramatta's win.
I didn't get that one.
Hey?
Why didn't I get that one?
Well, he did,
Because
but
he did his own.
what I think is they really should have held on to Brad Arthur a little bit longer.
I think they should.
100%.
I think they should. I was thinking it was pretty, harshly dealt with, but yeah, okay, you can have a go.
I'm back, am I? The New Zealand Warriors became the first club in the NRL to sell out all NRL games for this season. That's pretty damn
That
good.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, in their defence, but when you only got one team, it does make it a lot
But-
easier. But
But
Good on them. They
Yeah.
deserve it.
this, they got to pedal across from the South Island to get to the North Island and stuff to watch the game.
And I mean, you got a team with Barney and all that, and Cal on there. Like they've got something to cheer about. Finally, some good.
I like.
Yeah, it's
Warriors.
only,
They were
it's
pretty.
only going to
Ordinary.
get better.
They were pretty ordinary a few years ago, so I could understand their crowd figure. But
Yeah, but the
Off the
Knights
back-
have been pretty ordinary, and
off
we
the-
still get big numbers.
yeah, just I don't know, just something about. It's always been something about Newcastle. It doesn't matter whether they win, lose, or draw.
You can be played at midnight at night. We'll
Yeah.
still turn up.
I'm dreading next weekend when they play Panthers. Last time we went,
You're dreading
Luai
it.
come in our direction,
Oh yeah.
came towards our direction, and kids were climbing over us to get to Luai.
Poor old mother ended up with someone planking on her head, pretty much.
yeah,
Get back, you hold my hand.
yeah.
But-
I saw
It's a
it,
stampede in Bay 55.
But in
and I let it.
his defence, he waited till every single person got a photo.
Well, it's the last year too that he'll be in Newcastle as a Panther. So
Have you got your tissues ready?
no, I'm going to grab him and not let go.
Then you're in
Take him
trouble,
home.
mate.
I'm sure I'm going to
No,
hear.
no, I don't.
Security.
I don't. Not like that. I don't find him good looking. I love the bloke
Is that-
as a person.
Is that what that metal cage is on the back veranda?
That's for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
You dance.
Keep
You're
away from
you're in
Luai.
metal cages.
And she pokes me with sticks. Anyway,
Mine? Okay. What caught my eye was a disgusting, disturbing tweet on X, which is formerly Twitter, from a guy who I will not name.
oh well, I'll name him.
name and shame.
Freaking oath I will. I'll name the bastard. I don't care. Like, if they're going to be filthy dogs like this, I'll name it.
Well, anyway, he posted a tweet or whatever they're called these days, and it said, "Beautiful day when Marnie's family dies in a car crash."
Oh,
Hashtag NRL Knights Bulldogs.
oh.
I'll name him. I don't care, to be honest. Like, imagine if that bloke's family died. You don't say that shit.
No,
Like,
that's wrong.
I've lost my father, and so have a lot of other people lost their family, and I'd give anything to have that back. And to say that bullshit, I'm sorry, that his name's Chris. And Chris, if you're listening to this, which I doubt you are, but you're an absolute grub, mate. You need to grow up.
I'm thinking he's taken a hiatus from social media.
Like-
He's got half a brain. Well,
That's
obviously
just,
he doesn't.
shit like that, and the shit that happened with, what's her name?
Caitlin Johnson.
Caitlin Johnson just
Yep.
gets up my, drives my billy goat.
Sadly, the keyboard gives people the ammunition to
That's
be faceless heroes.
that is the disgusting.
That
That is
is.
the all in. That's the worst I've actually
Like, I
heard.
don't like reading Marnie,
He
like,
gets under your skin.
but I don't
Yeah,
go
but
out
why
through
would
that
you
shit.
don't you don't
You
just
don't wish
wish that
that.
on. You don't even
No.
wish that on your enemy.
Nah, that's
No.
yeah. Sorry, that just that don't sit well with me.
No.
I'm sorry. To lose any kind of family member, you'd never get over, no matter how old or how long it is, and that just I'm
And
sorry.
really, like Luai was getting the same
Mm.
back when he's settled down a lot. But if you're stooping to that level, get off the internet. Get a life.
He's probably regretting what he said, but it's rightly so because you're an idiot.
There's one thing to hate or dislike a player, and then there's another one to wish bad on them.
I dislike him. I think he's a grub, but get him on the footy for
And if he played for your team, it'd probably be a different story.
no. Gamble's our grub. No, but Gamble does it responsibly. So did
Yeah,
that.
but Marnie probably, yeah.
No, I don't. I hate that. That's sorry. I had to put a funny side of it because it was getting me. wound
Marnie
up.
uses his words to get under people's skin
Do you know why?
because it works.
And there's no hit rule.
No, but
You get rid of that. He's a Kaiser church mouse.
But Jerome Luai did the same thing. He gets in people's heads.
But Jerome Luai is not scared to back it up. To be honest, I feel he'll get back in your face. I think this bloke will run like a little church mouse. That's my opinion. Because he knows there's no hit rule. But imagine if, okay, for example, Jack got hold of him on the field. He would have cried like a little.
Yeah.
But I don't care what he says and what he does on the field. That disgusting shit does not condone.
Was it Innes?
Yes, passed down the grub book from. It was during the week. Passed down.
It was Josh Reynolds, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was from Innes to Reynolds. Now Reynolds to him. It was a little book, a club grub book.
Oh, yeah.
I watched him there one day. He was mouthing off. The game was up the other end of the field, and he was still going. I thought, just hit him.
Yeah.
Shut him up. Like he was distracting him.
They need to bring that back.
Yeah.
You know, like
And that's what
half,
Red's doing.
half that stuff wouldn't have happened like with him at the tunnel and all that. It wouldn't have happened. It would have got sorted out in the field. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it because
That's wrong.
that's the lowest of low. Like we give each other shit here, but you never stoop to that kind of. That's just I can't deal with that shit. Sorry, it's just disgusting. Anyway, what caught my eye, I'll move on. Other than my beautiful wife this week was Jesse McLean. Is that his? Yeah.
That'll do.
On debut for the Panthers, scored a try and was pretty good under the high ball, I must admit. And to see how he was just when he scored the try was pretty magic. I reckon he's got a bright future for the Panthers. And the only thing I can say is get that haircut.
Oh, yeah, that mullet.
Yeah, that was a mop.
Oh, it's insane.
It reminded me of the turkeys. You know, when the turkey sprouts its feathers up and it's got the feathers at the back and the short up front.
There's some pretty thick mullet back there.
So would you if you had Bernie chasing you.
But his brother,
Bernie doesn't say nothing. Bernie's very quiet.
Casey, his brother's name's Casey. They've brought him up into the top 30, and he's only young, I think.
Yeah, well,
17
there you
or
go.
something.
Must have some.
Talent. Maybe they're trying to replace the May brothers with the McLean brothers. Are your McLean showing?
Yeah, okay, replace them. And
Should have said their nickname was Toothpaste.
I like to see May at the Nights with Bradman Bass. What a sound combination.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
move
people.
on from that. Come on.
Yeah.
You already done that one.
Save that for next week when you two play against each other.
And my second one I had to was big shout out to him, and I feel he deserves it. Was Kurt Man come over and saw us.
Deserves what?
A shout out.
What caught your eye?
Yeah, Smita shout out, and he takes my little dragon drink of the week. You know, come over to us before the game. We didn't even yell out to him or nothing. He come up because we've formed a bit of a friendship, and come up and spoke to us for a while, and then after the game, come over again and talk to us again. And I said to him, it was how was that running out? He said it was different. He said it was very different. And he said, just in the change rooms itself was different. He said, because I'm used to being in the other one. He said, in this room, he said, it's exactly the same, but it's mirror finish. Like everything's total opposite. And he said, it was weird. He said, but he's glad he got the win because, it was weird. But, for him to come over and see us before and after the game,
The bonus.
that just shows the type of bloke he is. And to be honest, I was a little bit disappointed in the Knights. They didn't come up to see anyone, really.
Took off up the tunnel.
Pretty much. Brody Jones come over to us and said g'day, and a couple of others on the way past, but most of them went up the tunnel. And I thought,
Tyson Frizzell actually stood out and went.
he went around. He went around the whole ground.
Yeah,
and I just thought, that probably should have been more. After everyone sat through that disgusting weather and disgusting performance, really, they could have at least give the fans a little bit of a, because there's no 15 minutes there anymore like they used to do.
You know what else caught your eye? Big shout out to Tim, the security guard that stands near your tunnel. Anyway, remember the halftime?
Oh, yeah, halftime entertainment. I don't know if he's a Knights fan. Oh, he's a Knights fan because he had Knights thing on, but bloke was picked to go on halftime to win some stuff, and he's walking out, and the ref walked past him and gave him a spray. So they ejected him quite roughly, and you're gone.
Fair dinkum.
So I'm not sure what he said, but if he said something anywhere along the lines of that, I'm thinking, yeah, good. If it was just a little bit of banner, come on, but security were doing their job. So
What about when he said at full time, just before full time? Do you remember when he came up to you and he said,
Yeah.
"When's the first? What time's the first grade start?"
True, but that's what caught my eye for this week. So
Night of the round.
now we might take a short break and come back and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and time for night of the round. As hard as it was, Gaz.
Hard to pick in a bad side, but Jaden Brayley is my pick. Most tackles made. Jalen had 46 tackles.
Fair enough.
Not too bad in the losing side.
Kylie.
Mine is Jacob Saifidi for headbutt and Reed Marnie, albeit a love tap, but it was still funny because he gets under people's skins. And no, I'm not wishing him bad. It was just funny.
No, I know what you mean. Corey.
I actually went Dane Gagai. I thought he tried hard.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me like that. Don't know what you're going to say.
I didn't know.
I can feel your vibe.
No, he played pretty well, I suppose, on a losing side, but
It was hard to put a choice.
mine, I was pretty impressed once again. I know people might think I'm biased a bit, but I was impressed with Brody again. I thought Brody played pretty well in a losing side, and
He did try hard, actually.
yeah, we'll have a little bit of a scuffle with Reed Marnie too. Brody was at one stage. And I said to Brady, excuse me, should have. Brady goes, no.
See, Reed was good when he was at Para. Everyone's let him straight.
The bull grubs. But, I said to Brady, should have given him one, and Brady's too nice. He goes, nah, too nice of a bloke. But, Brady Jones got mine. So, player of the round. While I'm there, I'll shoot off mine. Raymond Fatua Mariner. Is that how you say it?
Raymond Fatala.
Fatala Mariner. I like him. I rate him. I do not know why the Dogs got rid of him. And I think he's starting to show some form again. I feel that was his best match yet since leaving the Dogs. 11 tackle breaks, 1 try, 48 tackles, and 120 metres gained. So I thought, good on him. I think he was sort of a bit of a scapegoat there. I think it was a case of Gus Gould didn't like him or something, and it was shown the door.
Gus likes everyone, doesn't he?
Oh, obviously not. Yeah, but
It's a good buy for us.
Very good buy. And to be honest, I think it could have been a good buy for Penrith to pick up. Would have fit in really well.
I think everybody's a good buy for Penrith.
No, that's just the type of bloke I think.
Reed Marnie.
No, except for him.
There's certain players that'll fit in really well at Penrith. And I think he would be one of them, to be honest. But unfortunately,
Leo Thompson, bro.
not a chance.
This is Leo Thompson from the Newcastle Knights.
I'm not going to Penrith. So
Sure.
get that out of your mind.
That's not what he said.
Sure.
Next weekend, we'll ask him. And I might even take the camera and have to record this. And I'll put it back on.
Proof.
Dreams are free.
But what they say and what happens are two different things.
It's not going to happen. There will be a riot in Newcastle. Might only be one man, but it'll still be a riot.
Grab your pitchforks.
Would you join me?
Oh, I'll go.
Well, it's 2 men, all right?
Chris,
Sorry.
you in?
Whose side are you
That's
on?
3 in. Hey, mate, we got to.
Yeah, but he's doing the single white girl thing with the whole hair and
Who?
the shoes. Him? Have you seen that movie? He wants to be like this guy.
Well, can you blame him?
No.
Exactly. He's got a tattoo. When are you getting a haircut? Hang on, sorry.
Oi, just take the toupee
hang on.
off.
Seriously, can we have a bet?
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
not having a shaved head.
No, come on. Let me give you a...
You know what a safe bet is? If Penrith when Penrith win next week, he has to shave his mohawk off. And if the Knights happen to win,
You've got to get a cul-de-sac.
I'm not getting a cul-de-sac. I like
I
my
know
hair.
of.
Thank you.
No, cul-de-sac.
No.
Bill's cul-de-sac.
you know the hair that goes like that.
It looks like
They
an
got
old
the,
man.
The bald patch there.
There's a member of our panel, well, a guest. He's got a bit of a
George,
cul-de-sac.
Mildred.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, you should get a cul-de-sac.
No.
How much would it cost to get you
Nothing.
you'll do it for free. You
No,
busy.
I'm not doing it for.
Anyway,
Look at Chris over there having a good old giggle.
Muttley.
I'll do other bets, but it will not get my hair.
Do we call Chris Mini-Me now or what?
No, Muttley.
Yeah, Muttley Mini-Me.
Does that work if he's older?
Smitter off wish.
Timu.
A Smith of Love Troll.
Hey, I like
Oh.
Timu.
I will get a tat though.
Of me?
No, but I'll just get.
What
a
if
tat.
you lose the go-kart challenge?
Well,
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that soon because I tell you what, that was one of the best days I've had for a long time.
Anyway,
Moving on.
your player of the round.
well, I did have Raymond Fatala Mariner, but
Oh, did you?
Oh, copycat,
I
dirty
did.
rat.
Yeah, but if the second, I'm going to go second closely by Jordan Rapana.
I was waiting for you to say the same as me.
Oh, copycat. Is that what you had?
Nope.
No, okay.
Me? My turn?
Jordan Rapana.
Well, I was going to go. No. Guess whose mine is?
Mitchell
Mitchell
Moses.
Moses, Quinn Gutherson.
Mitch Moses, 1 try, 1 line break assist, 82 metres gain, and 565 metres kicked. Had a hell of a first game back and proves why he should be in the Origin talks again at some point.
He was.
157 arm waves too. You forgot that stat.
Maybe you
Did
still
you count that during the game?
35.
No, he was
35.
in Origin talk, but he was unfit. They tried it and he couldn't come back. So.
It wasn't match fit.
If he had a 1 or 2 more games under his belt.
I think quite possibly. To be honest, I
Game 2.
don't think Mitchell Moses. I don't think
Nico.
will play. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I reckon you'll find. I don't know. I haven't read the papers today, or whether he's in or out. But yeah, I don't reckon he'll play tonight. Anyway, moving
I
on.
would like to see him play.
I don't know. He's a good player, but I don't know. I don't mean this to sound harshly.
I the new blood.
Yeah, but I don't think he's as good as people rave him to be at times, to be honest. He got 6. Oh, then again, I'm probably wrong because he got 6 Dally M points in a beaten side that played shit. So obviously, I'm not saying something. Something to Buzz isn't. It was Buzz Rufford giving the 6 points on the.
Yeah.
Can we do your Buzz impersonation again?
Well, why would you want to hear that for, Corey?
He'll be down at the glory hole in the
Oh, next. Anyway,
Only you would know.
Kylie, come on.
No, I was waiting for him to skip past me. Josh Adokar.
no room to
I feel
skip.
he was
No room to skip.
he was having a blinder until Brodie Jones accidentally slid against him, saving a try, and in turn unintentionally hurting the Fox, who now has a high-grade hamstring tear.
Yeah, he was gone after that, eh?
Poor bloke. He was having a really
He was
good
having
game.
a good game.
Thanks, Broads. Helped us. Unintentionally, like, you know.
That's a nasty injury.
Oh, yeah.
8 to 10 weeks.
What's the worst injury you've seen on a football
Yeah.
field?
A compound fracture. I remember Jason Stevens did one in the 93 grand final.
Did you say the worst? Probably be a busted nut, wouldn't it?
Yeah, oh mate, the ruptured his testicles.
Oh, Frizzell's
Oh.
done that.
I'm
Yeah.
not a male, but I could only assume that wouldn't tickle.
And didn't someone lose one
Well, I
from
don't
it?
know. Not sure.
Brett Kamali.
Oh,
Did he?
yeah.
Oh, Bessie Wumble.
We used to have a teacher at Curry High called Mr. Bessoff. They called him One Ball Bessie.
Oh, is that what I've heard before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the boys' high. Trying to think of his name now. Is leader of the cadets. Yeah, he used to get on the stand. And today, go, and his foot started shaking.
Is that what happens
Zach,
when
get
you?
your neck back.
Is that what happened?
Zach Palmer, sorry.
Is that what happens when your nut falls off? Or
Must.
Okay, I won't talk then.
That's all right. Well,
You haven't got any to lose.
I was just going to say what you just said.
oh, well, great minds think alike, darling.
Zip it.
There you go.
They're in her purse.
I don't have a purse.
Well, handbag.
I bet you've got one.
It's in the metal cage up there. Okay.
It's with,
On
your
that
it's
note,
with your Phantom suit.
we might take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's that time of week again where we usually take a call from Elliot, but we're doing one better this week. We've got technology, and we're going on a Zoom call. How are you, champion?
Yeah, doing well, Dean. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, mate.
Good, mate.
Oh, well, yeah.
Some of us are okay.
Parramatta.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen very often,
No,
does it? So, mate, yeah, we're could be better, but we're not going to go there, are we? Oh, yes, we are. Unfortunately.
But I think at some stage we're going to have to go there, Dean. So let's.
I was trying not to, but mate, we'll kick it. We'll have a quick little chat about Origin first, mate. Unfortunately, Dylan Edwards is out, but handy replacement in Tedesco coming in.
Yeah, I don't know if the Blues necessarily lose heaps. I think they lose a bit of excitement over Edwards' debut. And look, I'm gutted for him. He's 28. He's worked his bum off. And no one knows that more probably than, Kylie and Penrith fans, seeing what he's done the last, 5+ years for them. He's just been an absolute workhorse. But yeah, that quad injury keeps him out. You hate stuff like that. I remember Jordan McLean, it was 2 years ago, he was finally getting his opportunity and he did his hammy. I think it was before game 2. And he won't play Origin now. He's likely in his last year in the NRL currently. So the advantage for Dill is that he is still quite young and you expect him to be back there. But what an opportunity for a pissed off Tedesco to run rampant tomorrow night. I know people, if they're betting, you do it responsibly, but I saw he was at $9 for player of the match tomorrow night, which... Yeah, I think is a pretty juicy number because I think he's just going to he's free. If he has the game of his life, sweet, he's a chance of continuing in the jersey. If he plays like poo, then it was likely Edward was going to come back for game 2 anyway. So
that is very true. The only thing is now is okay. Excuse me, game 2.
Edwards is possibly out because of his quad injury.
Okay, but he's fit.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you put in now? It's a good but a bad situation to be in, because you've got 2 class fullbacks. But
I'm thinking Crichton at fullback.
No, we're talking about Teddy or Edwards.
Teddy or Edwards, Crichton at fullback. Teddy or Edwards, because they're both in there now. So who do you go back with now?
Give Edwards a go for game 3.
Well,
because then the game could possibly already be decided and just see how he goes.
By the Blues. Yeah, that's right. But, it's I suppose it's a good headache to be in. Like, you've got that position, but it's going to be a hard one for Madge, isn't it? Like, because you would want to give Dylan his chance. But, if Teddy comes in and plays really well, how do you drop him?
He's not even captaining either, so that's a good thing.
We'll concentrate in his own game then.
Yeah.
But
I think if Teddy brains it, he'll stay in the team. I think it's as simple as that. I think if the team's winning and Teddy's playing well, you can't replace him. The only thing I'm really looking at, and this at this stage is nothing more than a rumour, but just with the teams that were named today, interesting noting that just about every team named their Origin stars, at least if not to back up to they're in the extended squad. Well, I did look at the Cronulla side. Cam McInnes is named to back up for Cronulla. Nico Hines is not in that squad whatsoever, and there is a rumour still doing the rounds that Nico won't play tomorrow night. Again, purely rumour at this point, but it wouldn't shock me if that calf wasn't good to go.
So then Burton come into play, you would think. And also Dylan Edwards' is named, did you say?
23, yeah.
Oh, well, he won't play. But to even be on there, I suppose, But, it should be a good game. Going to be a bit of a cracker. I think New South Wales will take this one. That's my opinion. And hopefully it's going to bring you back a bit of that aggression and you never know, you might see a little bit of handbags.
Spencer.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think the team New South Wales is named. So yeah, we talk about Jake Trbojevic. He is the nicest bloke in rugby league, but on the field, you could argue that blokes like Hudson Young and Spencer Leniu are up there with the nastiest. So I think there could be a little bit of a brouhaha at some stage that wouldn't shock me at all. The Queensland forward pack doesn't necessarily scare me in terms of ferocity, but they are workhorses. Reuben Cotters, he'll play 80 minutes in the middle of the field, I expect. The one that will be shooting out the line looking to hit and hurt is Jaden Sewer. He's a nice story to see him back in the Origin arena. But I actually think the Blues have the advantage in terms of their forward pack. It's in the halves where there's a lot of questions, and we'll get them answered in 24 hours.
That's correct. I'm excited to see Spencer, as you all know. But, I think this bloke is made for Origin. You get players that you just feel are made for Origin, like Harrigan, for example. And I just get that feel with Spencer. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but I think he's, going to bring some nice little fireworks tomorrow, hopefully. And I'm thinking the Queensland forwards mightn't like Spencer a little bit. So, could be interesting. No one?
Yeah, well, we know Spencer and Pat Carrigan, they had a little run in Vegas post-game in the team hotels there. So this will be the first time they've been in the same vicinity as each other since. Of course, Spencer had that that long suspension for what happened over in Vegas. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out because they'll both be playing in the middle of the field, and at some stage they're going to come to a head, I think.
Yeah, it'll be good anyway. Anyway, mate, we'll move on. We won't keep you. We'll talk a bit more of that next week when the victorious Blues come through with it.
Just quickly,
I like your confidence, Dean. You've got a much different confidence to I've got dogs yapping in the background because they were born in Queensland. They're upset, but I really don't know about this game. I think Queensland are rightly favourites, but I hope I'm surprised.
I'm only more confident because it's in New South Wales. If it was at Queensland,
Okay.
I'd probably be. And, after last week's performance, as we'll get into, you've got to be more confident than that. So, sorry, what did you say?
True. You need a bit of hope.
I was just going to say, I think Pat Carrigan's too nice to start any biff.
No, he will. I reckon if you get any.
He's not. He's very protective, Kylie, of his mates. It's actually something I really like about him. And I'm not picking sides on the Lenu incident with what happened, but he is a fiercely loyal person. Is Pat Carrigan, from the little I know about him. So whilst he's a nice bloke, I think if he feels like you've wronged someone he's close to, I think you could see a different Pat Carrigan.
Fair enough.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
Can't wait for it.
Yes, that's for sure. That's for sure. We'll move on anyway. Oh, do we have to? The Parramatta Eels, 34 went down. Beat the Sharks 22.
Yeah, I think it probably confirmed two things for me. One is that I still think Mitchell Moses is the second best seven in New South Wales. And if Nico's no good for game 2, I think he'll come straight back in. And the second thing I think it confirmed is that they went off too early with the Brad Arthur sacking. I know people argue, okay, he's at the helm, a decade plus, and they get to one grand final, but I think they're playing really good footy to start the year. They lose Gutho and Moses, their two best players, and they are a different team with them in there. I mean, flip a coin on who gets that gig at the end of this year. They're saying Michael Checker's in the running, Jason Riles is another name, Josh Hannay, but I do feel for BA, and I know there's a lot of players there that are deeply upset that they feel they let him down as well.
Yeah, 100%. I thought he was let go too early. The blokes took him to 2 grand finals, and I thought he was a bit hard done by. But Gutho coming back, Mitchell Moses, there's some brighter things on the pasture for you guys.
Yeah, look good.
Mitchell Moses was outstanding, actually.
Yes, he was actually, and they're only going to get better. Can't say too much about that, that's for sure. The next one, anyway, champion, the Knights, 2.
Yeah.
Dogs, 32.
Next.
Moving on.
The only good thing I can say about that was, to be honest, was Kurt, man. I'll say it, we've said it there before, earlier in the show, but I'll say it again. The amount of time that bloke come and spent with us on Friday night before the game, and then after the game, I'll take my hat off to the bloke. Like, he's moved on to another club, but still has plenty of time for his fans, and that was. Yeah, good on him.
Yeah, he didn't have to come over, didn't he? But
No, he didn't. And he come over before and after the game and talked to us, and, we're still the best of mates, so, take me hat off to the bloke. There's not a lot you can say about the performance, but really, is there? Except for,
It was wet.
bring on Melbourne.
It was wet. 21,000, I think, that turned up there is a crazy number considering the conditions. I actually like that there's been no changes this week because I think you'll get people always the first thing they throw up is they like to go online and bully certain players because that's what idiots on the internet do.
Yes.
But also they'll question the coach for getting the team just won 4 in a row without their marquee man. I like that he's stuck with the same team because I think we'll get an idea of where they're actually at this weekend. If I don't expect them to go to Melbourne and win, but if they go to Melbourne and put in performance, and it's like, well, okay, last week wasn't coaching. Last week was an issue with the personnel, with the players' mindset that turned up. So I would expect to see a better effort this weekend. It is a tall task. I tell you, scares the life out of me, and he's playing great footy. Is Eli Katoa on an edge for Melbourne? The holes he's running off Jerome Hughes are up there with the best in the competition. And I think they've said Newcastle have maybe won twice at AAMI Park ever. So and one was in that that semi-final way back when. So it is a tough task.
Yeah, that's a stat that scares me too. But mate, anything's possible. And I'll be honest too. I'm a huge fan, as you know, of Marju, but you won't see him play that badly again. That's a very rarity of Greggy. And to be honest, I think they were all filthy with themselves after the game. They pretty much went straight up the tunnel. They were filthy. So here's what it is, and us Novocastrians move on to another week. But Penny Panthers, there was another one that's sort of a bit of an upset, really. I thought the Dragons would stick it to them, but I thought Penrith would have been just too good in the end, but wasn't to be. Penrith 10 were done by the Dragons 22. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Game of two halves, that was.
Corey
It was. I reckon if you're a Dragons fan, it's almost more frustrating this year than last year because you are starting to see the benefit of Shane Flanagan come through at times. And then there's other games like last week where they have 40 scored against him in a half a footy. It's madness at times in the Dragons camp. But what's that, sorry, mate?
So you're looking at one right now, a Dragons fan.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, it must be frustrating because on the weekend there were some performances. Raymond Faitala-Mariner, it was like it was 2018 again. He was incredible. I thought it was almost the best player on the field. Sloan organised the defence well, which I haven't often said that about Tyrrell. And Jesse Marski, this kid from the North Sydney Bears that can play a bit of hooker, hasn't really ever played in the halves, goes out and absolutely brains it at halfback in that second half. It was a really good performance. And for Penrith, thought Dane Laurie tried his guts out at the back, but they certainly lacked a little bit of class.
What's you're going to say? Go on.
I don't think they should have come out in the second half. It was 10-0 going into half time.
What about the first hit up after half time?
The young fella on the wing for Penrith had a pretty good game.
Jesse McLean.
Yeah.
His brother's been promoted into the top 30 now.
All righto. Fair enough. Mate, not rushing you through this week, but someone, I'm not saying names, but Corey didn't upgrade the Zoom package, so we've only got 4 minutes left. So I'll upgrade it next week. Sacked.
Corey.
But,
Go on.
yeah, Dolphins 25. This was probably, for me, the game of the round, I felt. It was a pretty good, entertaining game. 25 went down to the Raiders 26, and Jordan Rapner never kicked a field goal in his career and kicked two.
Kicked all.
Yeah, he's so you will about Jordan Rapner. A lot of people don't like him. I love him as a player. He's all effort. He's 34. He runs around like he's 18 still. He runs around with a love of the game. And I tipped the Raiders. I was pretty happy about the way it unfolded, but just as a neutral fan, even it was a great game to watch. Joey Tarpany, I know that you'll be forever a bit sad that he left Newcastle when he did, but some of his efforts towards the back end of that game, not only in attack, but when he tipped the field goal from Asako in Golden Point, he was incredible. I think that's one of the best performances I've seen all year, particularly from a forward. He was really, really good. And the Raiders are just gritty, mate. They keep finding a way, particularly away from home, without Fogarty and without Hudson Young on the weekend too, to get results. I think they've won maybe it's 3 or 6 or 3 or 5 since Fogarty went down, and I expected them to slide. I tipped them to get the spoon at the start of this year, and I'm eating humble pie because they're playing pretty good footy.
But you get players that go to other clubs and they just fit. And, you're sad to see them leave your club, but then they go to other clubs and they just fit like, no, I'm not going there, don't worry. But,
Go, man.
No. But Tarpany belongs in Canberra. Like, I couldn't see him at another club. Like, as much as we lost him at the Knights, his club was meant to be Canberra.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. And look, Sticky does have an ability to get the best out of these players he brings along. KO Weeks is another one, out and out fullback for Manly that, when they thrust him in the halfback jersey, I kind of thought, what's Sticky doing? Geez, desperate times. Been outstanding. But they lose Jack White in the last year, thinking, what the hell are they going to do at 5'8"? Ethan Strain's just quite literally Jack White in 2.0. The way he hits, the way he moves, the way he runs the ball, he's going to be an incredible talent.
One of the surprise packages of the year, that's for sure. Mate, the Roosters, disappointing. 16 went down to the Cowboys 18. I did not get this one.
No, I don't think many people did. I think in the 4 years I've called Cowboys games, I've got that as their gutsiest win. I think the amount of tickets shown with, I know the Roosters had quite a few out too, but Cowboys had 6 out to Origin. Jackson Purdue, the young kid in the centres, was literally playing rugby league in high school 8 months ago, which is crazy to think that 2 18-year-old debutants. Scotty Drinkwater was dangerous, and I thought Taumalolo was back to his barns doing best. That is one of their best wins in a long time.
The Cowboys and the Raiders were the most deserving win I've seen all year, to be honest, by them two clubs. And I can't fault them, especially at Origin time. But yeah, mate, some good footy. Some good footy coming up too. Nights at Melbourne. Not looking forward to that, that's for sure. But hopefully we'll get a win. But mate, it's going to be a short one.
That's good footy. Yeah.
Short one tonight, but we'll be back in full swing next week with the extended Zoom package. Corey's only used to the little packages, so we can't blame him there.
I cop plenty of that all the time, Alex. That's all good.
But anyway, mate, we appreciate you coming on once again, and we really value your input, and now by Zoom. So, it'll be good to catch up with you next week, mate.
Easy done, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, champion. Appreciate it, and we'll talk soon, brother.
Good night, mate.
All right, guys, we'll take another short break. Be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And it's that time of night again. Time for a bit of humour, other than my own for a change. Kylie's jokes of the week.
A man by the name of Gary was doing some market research. He knocked on a door and was greeted by a young lady by the name of Kylie, who had 3 small children running around at her feet. Gary says, "I'm doing some market research for Vaseline. Have you ever used the product?" "Yes, my husband and I use it all the time." "If you don't mind me asking, what do you use it for?" Gary asked. "We use it for lovemaking." Gary was a little taken aback. Usually people lie to me and say they use it for bicycle chains or gate hinges, etc. But in fact, I know most people use it for lovemaking. I admire you for your honesty. Since you have been frank with me so far, can you please elaborate on how exactly you use it for lovemaking? Kylie replies, "I don't mind telling you at all. My husband and I put it on the doorknob and it keeps the kids out." And you thought it was going to be a dirty joke. Shame on you.
That's a good idea.
Gary puts it on his lips for chafing.
Yes.
Hey, that's good for that. Okay.
Back to the doorknob.
No, that's lip balm.
No, that was a good one. I actually like that. Because, like you said, everyone was thinking, but it wasn't going that way.
I was thinking of the doorknob. Like it's,
You weren't. Another one?
Now, listen to it before you get cranky. He's already cranky. Kylie was out golfing one day when she hit her ball into the woods. She went into the woods to look for it and found a frog in a trap. The frog said to Kylie, "If you release me from this trap, I will grant you 3 wishes." Kylie freed the frog. The frog said, "Thank you, but I failed to mention there was a condition to your wishes, that whatever you wish for, your husband Dean will get 10 times more or better." Kylie replied, "That's totally okay." For her first wish, she wanted to be the most beautiful woman in the world. The frog warned her, "You do realise this wish will make Dean the most handsome man in the world, and an Adonis that women will flock to." Kylie replied, "That is totally okay, because I will be the most beautiful woman and he will only have eyes for me." So Kazam, she is now the most beautiful woman in the world. For her second wish, Kylie wanted to be the richest woman in the world. The frog said, "That will make Dean the richest man in the world, and he will be 10 times richer than you." Kylie replied, "That's totally okay, because what his is mine, and what's mine is his." So Kazam, Kylie is now the richest woman in the world. The frog then inquired about her third wish, and she answered, "I'd like to have a mild heart attack." Moral of the story, women are clever. Don't mess with them. Attention female listeners, this is the end of the joke for you, so stop and continue feeling good. Men, Dean had a heart attack 10 times milder than Kylie. Moral of the story, women are really dumb but think they are really smart. Let them continue to think that way and just enjoy the show. P.S. If you are a woman and you are still listening, it only shows that women never listen.
Bit harsh, eh? 1 minute have a heart attack.
It backfired.
Well,
That wasn't as funny as the
it was.
chicken giblets.
No, the chicken giblets is going to be hard to take.
Oh, it is.
That's the joke of the year.
Oh,
But
no.
I had a couple of good ones today, eh?
Have you been Googling it again?
Huh? What's Google?
Probably.
What's Google?
He's
It's on your
goggling
phone, bro.
Oh,
He knows damn well.
I can't remember it.
Must have been that good.
No, I was talking to a New Zealander the other day and said, how many girlfriends you had before? And he fell asleep as he was counting them.
I'm laughing on the inside, I'm sure of it.
Pretty good. No, I had some
hang on,
other
I'm
good ones.
dead
I had
inside.
some other ones. I might bring one here and there, but it's Kylie's segment, so I'll bring one here and there.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll have
the
the tractor,
that or
the
Harley.
Harley. Yeah.
Chicken giblets.
Yeah, but that's yours. I mean,
If there's
if
anyone
we-
out there that can top Kylie's jokes, send some in, maybe too.
I think if we have a live show, we've got to do the chicken giblet one.
I'll
Right,
practice.
like you've got to.
what, you want me to bring the curtain rod?
We can demonstrate it because I was cutting up chicken breast and chicken thigh last night, and I was thinking,
No curtain rods involved. No curtain. Before you get any further, there was no curtain rods involved.
We only got a small curtain.
just breast and thigh.
Yeah, I got a
That
joke.
was after dinner.
Oh, I got a joke about that one, but that's off air.
Anyway, some photo competition winners.
Yeah. So this week we've got two winners. We've got Daniel Gorry and James and Marianne Byers.
And I believe one was from the Sharks supporters. Another one was a Panthers supporter. So good to see some other clubs getting involved.
Yep.
And I will be honest, it was hard not to give it to the one that sent a picture and gamble in. But nah, you got to give it to people that deserve it too. So yeah, thanks for this week.
Keep sending your pictures in.
Yep. Keep
Yeah,
following
that's
us.
it. Look, two people are going to walk away with a fridge.
Yep.
And, what's going to be what? You'll have 1 in 20 chances of winning, because by the end of the round, there's probably 40 fridge. So,
contestants.
yeah. So, you like 1 in 20 chances of one fridge and 1 in 20 of another.
Good Christmas presents if you're not after one yourself.
Or if you don't, if you buy it, you win it and you don't want it, I'll give you $100 for it. Like, that's an easy
I'll
100.
make it 105.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? That's what
Yeah,
Oh, is it the highest bidder? 110.
15.
sold. But you know what I mean? Like,
Wait.
they're good fridges.
There's more.
Is it
Free
full
set of
of
steak nights?
little dragon?
Oh, 200.
yeah.
They would have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to our good friends at Little Dragon. Thanks again for the
Little
updated
dragon.
supply this week.
Bless.
Yes, very blessed. And the doctor says to me today, I think you need to lose a little bit of weight. I'm like, I think you should be quiet. I said, mate, it's hard when you got Little Dragon. He just looked at me, he didn't understand, but he loved me, Little Dragon and pizza. So anyway, is that you for this week? Mm-hmm. And who the Panthers got this week?
They've got Manly.
Go Manly, go the Eels.
It's
No.
right in front of me. I nearly had a mental blank.
Well, sad die. Anyway, once again, we appreciate everything you do for us behind the scenes, and
Go New South Wales. Go Panthers. Go
the
Knights.
Blues, and go
Actually,
the Knights.
Knights on Sunday, 2 o'clock. Panthers straight after.
That is going to be a ripper of a day for us.
Lounge
To be
game.
honest, I love it.
That
I
sounds
can't
like
get
it
enough.
sounds like a barbecue at your place this weekend.
Yeah, in your zone.
If you're coming over, bring the barbecue, the meat, the onions, the drinks.
I do have to get my barbecue. So
There you go.
And
And I
if
can-
you are having a barbecue this week, may I suggest steak and chops. They will deliver to the area as well. And I tell you what, as Gary is a big fan of the sausage too, chili Kranskis they're not. I'm not a big chili, but these have just got that right. It doesn't burn your rectum. It's just a nice.
And you know what you do? You get the puff pastry and you make those sausage rolls with your
and they
Kranskis
do have to home deliver, don't they?
Yes, they do.
for free.
So big shout out to Terry and his lovely wife. They
Beautiful
do
people.
a great job and
Beautiful
big supporters.
sausages.
big supporters of the Knights and the show. And yes, Terry sausage are very nice.
I've never had sausages like it.
I bet. Anyway, on that note,
It's not the end of the show yet.
we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. It's that time of night again. Time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number one, who we got there?
G'day.
G'day, mate. How you going, mate?
Yeah, not bad.
Hey,
Yourselves?
yeah, pretty good, mate. Can't complain. Yeah, life's trading. It's pretty good. But what's your question for us, champion?
What do you boys reckon? Who's got the best pack for tomorrow night? Most people are tipping New South Wales, but have the bigger, most dominant pack. But I think Queensland's strength is mainly on the bench.
I honestly think the Blues bench is pretty good.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of the bench. I'm a big fan of Spencer Linus. I think what he'll bring off the bench will be second to none. Excuse me. And Hudson Young will also bring a bit of mongrel as well. Gaz?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Blues, a better pack.
Same. The bench is quite good too.
And so that, like, Queensland's bench is, quite a quality bench as well. But I just think, as I said before on the show and on previous shows, that you get some players that are made for Origin, and that's Spencer Leno.
Yep.
Hudson Young's another one. And I think you'll find that, when they're going to replace those two, especially when Spencer comes on, I think you'll find the crowd's going to erupt because I think they're going to be right behind him as well. And first hit up, it will be carnage. I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting goosebumps.
Yep, same here. Can't wait.
I think I'm mainly referring to the dummy half. I think the Hunt and Grant combination could be the difference on the night.
Yeah, Harry Grant will obviously spark some, whether they change it just before kickoff as well, and Hunt starts on the bench and Grant starts
On the field.
to be seen as well. But either way, they will bring some good spark off the bench. But saying that, Reece Robson, I reckon, will play 80 minutes at dummy half. He's an 80-minute player, can play that. There's been some question about Selwyn Cobbo's inclusion on the bench, but I think you'll find he will be like he'll come on at lock if there's no injuries, and he'll come on at lock and play like Kalen Ponga did in his debut. So, yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, he's got the frame to play anywhere, really.
Yeah.
He could take the ball up. If required, he can certainly play in the back, as we know. But the thing with the Queenslanders, there's just so much familiarity. They all sort of know each other. They've been there. They've done it. I just think it'll be like another competition game for them.
Yeah. No, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out, that's for sure, mate. But I'm looking forward to it.
Who do you think's going to win, Mark?
Queensland.
Queensland.
by what score margin?
The first one, I'd say 16-12.
What about the women's game?
I think New South Wales are going to wrap it up.
I think so.
Yeah, true. But don't ride off to make her Upton and crew.
No.
On our home patch.
Yeah, and
that's going to be a good one too.
What's the Brisbane? Oh, I can't think of a name now. Plays half. Ali Brigginshaw.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some class acts in them, but
all over it.
Yeah, the way Caitlin Johnson played. Olivia Higgins was another standout one that I didn't think really got the accolade she probably deserved. And Yasmin Clydesdale. kills it every game. So if they play like that around at home as well, the Blues are going to win. But, mate, hopefully that answers your question for us, and you're in the draw for our caller of the week. But being over in Adelaide, mate, I think that you probably wouldn't want the tattoo voucher. So you're in the draw for, you can swap that for $150 cash. So hopefully, mate, you never know, you could win that.
No worries, boys.
Hopefully enjoy the show, buddy, and I'll catch you another time, champion, and hopefully soon you'll get a team over there for yourselves.
Cheers. Monday.
Too easy, buddy. Thanks,
See you,
mate.
boys.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
Am I number 2?
G'day, mate. How are you?
Well, it's been a while. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Can't complain. Yourself and your partner, Terence?
I'll tell you, okay. Beautifully watching classic musical numbers days gone by.
Gary's into musicals too.
Yes, I like the musicals.
Mm.
How are you,
Like
Simon?
the old
He's both spoke over each other.
How are you, Simon?
I'm okay. Silver clock.
That's good.
Mm. And you got, not Pugsley anymore. His name, I'm not sure if you've seen the show last week, but he got the new nickname Victor. Corey.
Victor, like the lawnmower.
Yeah, two-stroke and it's done.
Hard to start and always smoking.
Have to be cranked up hand, I guess.
Well, I'm not going there. But anyway, mate, what's your question for us, champion?
Well, firstly, how was the crazy lady?
Well, mate, she's pretty good. She got a couple of cakes, took her for all-you-can-eat breakfast. Had the family there, except for Cruz, but had the rest of the family there. Oh, and Braden come up in the night time.
Give her our love.
Oh, I will. And, eldest son come up in the night time with the granddaughter and seen all the family. So, yeah, it was pretty good. And, well, she woke up to me on Sunday. What else could you want?
Probably buckets by the sound of it.
Nah, she didn't eat that much. She wasn't sick. Anyway,
hence why Smita is 20 kilos overweight. All you can eat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, it was good, eh? Seriously. All your bacon, eggs, and little sausages you'd like. Pancakes.
Baked beans as well.
Yeah. It was, Portia kept going back for thirds and fourths of the pancakes. And I reckon it had probably, it's good that you order your coffee and they bring it to you. I reckon it had about 4 or 5 cappuccinos. That's good. But
You made the most.
yeah, I did. Yeah, it was pretty good. And, mate, anyway, sorry, back to your question.
I went in this game. I thought I had it all sorted out, and then every time I picked on the weekend,
You're dropping out there. I think you said that you had the game sorted out, but every team you picked on the weekend got wrong.
that's right. I don't know what's going on. I thought I was working this game well, and everyone I picked ended up losing.
Mate, I think you're like everyone. I only got one right, and that was the first game. But yeah, I think everyone had a shocker last week, and there was a lot of unpredictable scores. That's for sure.
Very.
Not just unpredictable, but talk about unforgivable, how that performance was.
Oh, I'm not going there. Yeah.
That was dreadful.
All that rain we had down here wasn't rain; it was tears.
I can promise you that my cat could pick better than Hastings.
Yeah, it was it's a very dismal display. I would expect him to come out and play a lot better this week and be embarrassed on that performance.
So Terence and I fell into each other's arms in tears.
So you going to the game? You live at Melbourne, is that right?
Yeah, we're in Toorak.
Is that Melbourne?
Yes, of course. It's a lovely suburb of Melbourne. It's a leafy glade.
Are you going to the game to watch the Knights this week?
We'd like to. Nothing makes us happier than a bunch of rugged men all ready to go, but we're waiting to see if we can get tickets. I think it's sold out.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say to listeners, if they're down there, to look out for you and get a photo of Terence and Simon.
Yes, well, we do stand out bugs, dog balls.
Yeah, mate. Anyway, the Origin on obviously tonight after the show, and then the women's tomorrow. So it should be a good spectacle as well.
And go the Maroons, right?
He keeps cutting out there.
Did he go,
Say again?
Did he say go the Niners?
Go the Roosters, maybe.
Yeah. Connections cut out a bit, mate. But hopefully you get a few tips this week. And I don't know if you realised, but the other week you caught up, you actually were core of the week.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so you're in the draw to get that.
Winning, yes.
Yeah, you get a tattoo or and the $150 cash thanks to Sayers Inc. and the Nighttime Podcast.
I think you'll get it.
That'd be wonderful. I get a gamble tattoo. You think?
Yeah, well, either that or a Leo Thompson, bro.
I thought he'd get one of Terrence written across his shoulder.
No, well, Terrence doesn't look at himself on my shoulder. So.
On that, enjoy the rest of the show, buddy, and go the Knights.
Absolutely wonderful to speak to you, boys.
Yeah, you
Take
too,
care.
champion.
Good night.
Have a good one,
Bye-bye.
Simon. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys, time for caller number 3. Who we got there?
Hey, it's Daniel.
Hey, champion. What
Hey,
you?
how you guys doing today?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Yeah, better if we had a win on the weekend, but no use complaining. Bring on Melbourne. But what's your question for us, champion?
So I'm a massive Sharks fan. Got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
First one is I've got a bit of a word saying that to try to poach Royce Hunt
Yes.
before his contract finishes. Don't know if you know any truth to that.
Yes, Souths are after him. Yep. Apparently they're in talks with his manager, but I don't agree with it. If you're a contract, you should honour that contract, unless both parties, have said, "Look, you're free to go," and he said, "Yeah, I want to go." If not, the NRL should step in and put a stop to it. That's my opinion. Like, if you've got a contract, the club shouldn't be able to poach you.
100%. My second question, actually. So Sharks have had a bit of a rough run the last 2 weeks. So they played Penrith and Para, looking very lethargic. I just wonder, is there something they possibly can do to turn this around?
To be honest, mate, I think you're going really well and deserve the top spot. 100% you do. I've said it from the start, though, this is no disrespect to the Sharks or anything like that. It's merely coming from a football side. I'm not sure if he's a premiership contenders just yet. You're a top 4, top 8, 100% you are, and you'll give it a good crack. I think 12 months. You need 12 months to develop into that next step. And, probably and injuries and that as well. But I think you need 12 months, and then next year you'll come back bigger and better. But by all means, mate, you're going to be in the 8 and you're going to give it a good crack. I just think when it comes down to it, Penrith, Penrith, Roosters, Storm,
Brisbane
are just going to be that fraction too strong.
Yeah, no drama.
I mean, I could be wrong, and I hope for your sake I am, mate. But
Up.
but yeah, no. It's to be honest, it's good to see a team like Cronulla up there for a change. And hopefully, you just need a decent half with Nico.
Well, the young Daniel Atkinson's going all right.
Yeah, it's true, but okay, you get, say, Nico at 5'8", and you bring Chad Townsend at half, because Chad Townsend's off contract. And then you boost your forwards, because obviously Reece Hunt's more than likely going to go. You get another forward there with, what's the cult hero's name?
Blake.
Hazelton
and that. Man, you got a decent forward pack and a decent set of halves.
Big contenders.
Yeah, true. I wouldn't say. What about fullback? You sold on him?
on Kennedy.
Yeah.
I think he's all right.
He's all right. Just wondering if someone like Davey Anderson from the Armstrong from the Knights would be a fit in there too. But no, he's doing well. But mate, 12 months time, I reckon you'll be better for it, and you'll be. He's doing wonders there. the coach, and doing really well. So 12 months. I can't even think of his name now.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Fitzgibbon.
Fitzgibbon,
Well, hopefully
that's
at the end
it.
of the season, I can give you a call and say,
Mate,
But,
I honestly hope you can, to be honest. Like, it's good to see another team like that up there. I'm telling you, a Sharks Knights grand final would be absolutely perfect. But I
there you
can't.
go.
I can't see that happening for the Knights. But, mate, you're in the...
I was just going to say, as long as they don't come up against Parramatta again.
No, Gary. Gary's a big Parramatta fan.
I actually worked with Blake Green's sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Good bloke.
Yeah, he is. Very good bloke. And his career cut too short through injury. But, mate, hopefully that answers your question for you. And you're in the draw for the $150 cash or the $250 tattoo voucher, thanks to Sayers Inc.
Keep on.
Nighttime podcast. So stay tuned, man. And you never know, you could be in the draw for that. So, enjoy the rest of the show and come on
You
anytime.
guys, correct. See you guys.
Thanks, Chairman.
Good night, mate.
All right, guys. Is that all we got time for tonight? Is that the call? Three calls?
Three
guys?
calls.
Three callers.
Yeah. All right. We're going to limit it to 3 calls each week now because also we're going to look at maybe in the future, in the next couple of weeks now, we've got Zoom set up and all that. We might take Talking Schmidt to the next level. Talking Zoom calls. Talking Schmidt via Zoom. We'll play with that idea. What do you think?
Zoom Smita.
Oh, you probably want to do it anyway. We'll see what we can figure out there. But who are we going to give it to?
I reckon the third last guy. I think he was quite good.
Sharks ago?
Yeah, because we beat them.
All right. What was
Daniel.
his name again? Sorry?
Daniel.
Daniel, you are through to the draw of the
Sayers Inc. on the
Sayers
money.
Inc. or the cash. Thanks to Nighttime Podcast and Sayers Inc. So we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And it's time to get into this week's games. So, obviously, after tonight's show, there's the Origin.
Can't wait.
New South Wales. Go the Blues.
Blues.
Blues to me.
Blues.
And first
Thursday
try
night.
scorer.
Oh, I'm going straight on that. First try scorer.
Or a try scorer.
Corey.
James Tedesco.
Ooh, yeah.
Not first, but at least any time.
Yeah. I'm going to go Reece Walsh.
Reece
and,
Walsh?
Yeah.
And Teddy.
You like Reece Walsh, don't you?
He's just got that X factor when he takes off.
I reckon he likes the Teddy too.
Right. Now, talking about Origin,
Hang
subject.
on a minute. Brian Tootle
Right, Tom?
and Crichton.
And Crichton.
I reckon that side's going to dominate.
Yep.
Now you can talk.
Okay. So, will the representative round minimise NRL disruption? Should the NRL introduce representative round?
It's not a bad idea, to be honest, and it gives players that aren't there a bit of a break, and they can get rid of the whole burnout system. I would like to. Or we could also do Women's Friday. Then you could obviously even look at maybe, or even do the round of like the reserves, the possibles and probables. Or actually, I've got a better idea.
Bring back City versus Country.
Yes. How about we have
100%.
City versus Country? And I know some of the players from City versus Country will be in the Blues as well, but City versus Country, New South Wales, Queensland, and the women's comp. All in one weekend. One Friday, one Saturday, one Sunday. So we're still getting our league fix.
Yeah, yep.
So I think.
I used to like the City versus Country.
So,
100%.
It was the
The players like Paul Harrigan used to come out and play blinders.
that was the Origin
curtain
sort of
raiser.
curtain.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
so
well,
much,
sort of,
you know.
Yeah. Your audition to get into
Yeah.
it. But you see players like Harrigan used to live for that kind of thing. Like, you know, he got. I remember he played against Mark Carroll. Against each other. Harrigan was in bed all week with the flu. It was absolutely flogging down rain. he got out of the bed and played a man of the match performance on a opposition side, on a losing side. So that just shows what that means. So yeah.
Anyway, just got to throw that question in. So
no, it's good.
Yeah, shut
Thursday night, the NRLW down there at mighty Newcastle Knights
Sold
Stadium, McDonald Jones, sold out. Well done to you, Novocastrians, and people travelling. Try score.
Jessica Surges.
I reckon Caitlin Johnson again.
Yeah, that's a huge possibility. I like that, guys. I'm seeing you going Caitlin Johnson. I reckon Smita Upton for Queensland.
That's always a big one, isn't it?
And I reckon Clydesdale will have a big one at home. I reckon all our Knights girls will play.
Yeah.
But do you know what? All seriousness, do you know who I think probably deserves a try that hasn't got one? The Knights hooker,
Higgins.
Olivia Higgins. I reckon she probably deserves one too.
I'd like to see
One from
Emma
dummy half.
Tomato score.
Sorry?
From dummy half.
Yeah, I'd like to see
5 metres out.
We'll just go over from dummy half. I'll just barge over the line. So interesting.
Throw a dummy to
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
They worked well together, I thought, last game. But yeah, anyway. New South Wales too good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrap the series up.
Anyway, moving on. The Dragons on Friday night up against the West Tigers. I reckon this would be a pretty close game, to be honest.
Yeah, well, the Dragons have won 4 of their past 5 games against the Tigers, and West Tigers have lost 5 from 6 away from home in 2024. Dragons fullback Tyrell Sloan has scored 7 tries in his last 6 games at Wynn Stadium, so get on him to be anytime try scorer.
Clemens still out for a couple of weeks?
Don't know. Not sure the team list there.
I'm pretty sure he is. He got 3 weeks.
But the Tigers have also won 4 from 7 at Wynn Stadium as well, so they've not. It doesn't give them any. What do you call it? Jeepers, if you want to call it that.
The Jeepers.
Yeah, he's out. Clemens out.
Oh, that was pretty. Yeah, pretty ordinary. Actually, I'm going to throw it in there quickly. We'll talk about it when we get the Roosters. I'm going to take the Tigers.
I'm going to go to the Drag Queens.
Because I reckon the Dragons have got a few players out. Ben Hunt, he won't back up.
Oh, he might, depending on how long he plays for. Jaden Sewell won't back up.
Where's that win?
Yeah. We'll win it.
Yeah, I'll take the
We'll
Dragons,
win
but it's
it.
going to be a close one, I reckon. Dragons in a close one. Saturday night, 3 p.m. or Saturday afternoon, the Titans up against the Bunnies. Titans.
Titans have not defeated the Rabbitohs at CBS Super Stadium since 2009.
That changes this week.
No, you took the words out of my mouth.
That all changes this week. Titans, mate.
Titans.
Yeah, I'm actually been impressed with them the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Rabbitohs prop Jairo will make his 150th appearance for the, in the NRL itself. I think he's
Did he play for the Titans?
I think he does, or he played for Broncos.
No, it does, did. Yeah, it was the Broncos. Yeah. I might have been the Broncos, yeah.
And also, if you want to get on have a bet, everyone.
Gamble responsibly.
Titans' second rower, David Fifita, has scored 7 tries in 8 games against the Rabbitohs. So
he'll be out to prove a point too. Somebody got dropped from Origin. It's definitely Titans for me.
Yep, Titans.
5:30 is Saturday afternoon. Queensland Country Bank Stadium, Cowboys and Warriors. I'm going to take the Warriors on a road trip here.
Yep.
Although the Cowboys were good without their Origin stars last week.
Can they do it again? But
well, if Reece Robson does back up, he'll be making his 100th NRL appearance for the Cowboys.
I reckon he will for that reason.
Yeah.
He'll want to do it at home.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the Warriors.
Yeah, I'll go the Warriors.
Brisbane Broncos on Saturday. Are you surprised? It's another night game. Up against the Sharks. This is going to be pretty good, but I can't go past the Broncos up there. As I said, the Sharks are good, but they're just missing something.
Going through stats here, the Broncos have won 9 of their past 11 games against the Sharks, so they've got the wood on them.
And being up there, if it's back at Shark Park with all the Broncos backing up.
Different.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Sharks have conceded 106 points in 3 games, so they better get their defence on because Broncos will put 40 or 50 on them.
Anyway, Broncos for me.
Yes.
Bronx.
Same. Knights
Sunday,
Storm.
2 p.m. Knights versus Storm. Oh man, I can't go past me Knights, but I'm not confident.
I'm going to go to Storm. I think we're going to be too strong.
Merely on last week's performance, I'm not confident, but
Sorry, mate. I'll have to go to Storm.
yeah, I can't blame you. And then I reckon this will be a cracker of a game, to be honest. Penrith, they won't play as bad as they did last week again.
No.
Up against Manly.
Here's a stat for you. The Seagulls have not defeated the Panthers twice in a season since 2011.
I don't think they're going to do it again this week, to be honest. I think Schneider was very quiet last week. He'll need to have a bigger game. I wouldn't be surprised if Luai backs up.
Yeah.
And some of their stars, To'o and that.
Toto's in and...
Another stat here. The Panthers have not been beaten in consecutive games at home since 2009.
Oh, it's at home too. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's what I said to Kylie too. I said the crazy lady. The Panthers don't lose 2 in a row, and especially at home. So the Panthers to me. Monday football. That's good. Eels versus the Dogs.
Yep. The Bandage Bear Cup, as I used to call it back in there for these two teams.
The what?
Bandage Bear Cup.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the Dogs. I think they're just too strong at the moment.
Say
guys.
what?
Yeah,
Come
Josh.
on.
I took Eels last week.
You were on a winner last week. You want to follow through again?
Yeah, but the Dogs really put it to us. last
Gutho's
week.
making his 200th appearance.
Who?
Gutho's making his 200th NRL appearance.
If Crichton and Co back up, it'll be the Dogs. If they don't, it'll be the Eels. Not even going to ask you.
Dogs.
Dogs. Who let the dogs out?
Doggies, bro.
Doggies, bro.
They'll round them up and put them back in.
Yeah. But,
We'll wait and see.
the Knights. We'll go through the Knights team list quickly too. Number 1, David Armstrong, Anali Tawala, and Greg Marshall on our wings. Dane Gagai and Christian Mapalangi are our centre pairing. Jack Cogger and Jackson Hastings in our halves. I'm not real sure about that. Jacob Saifidi and Leo Thompson our front row. Jaden Brayley at hooker. Kai Pierce-Paul, Dylan Lucas, and Adam Elliott at lock. Bench is pretty good, I feel. Phoenix Crosland, Daniel Saifidi, Tyson Frizzell, and Brody Jones.
Rhodes is up there again.
So I thought Saifidi was out.
Interesting. Must have been a quick recovery from an MCL injury.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll just make sure that that's right. You want to go through the Storm?
I can. So the fullback is Silavali Falago. The wingers are Grant Anderson and Xavier Coates. The centre pairing of Remus Smith and Nick Meaney. The 5'8" is Tyrone Wishart, and the halfback is Jerome Hughes. The forward pack is Christian Welsh, Harry Grant if he backs up from Origin, Kamithia, or Tua Kamika, as I like to say. Sean Bloor, Elise Katoa, Josh King used to play for the Knights, didn't he? Joshy King,
sure
yes.
did.
And in the interchange, we've got Bronson Garlick, Trent Lariero, Nelson Asofa Solomona, and Alex McDonald.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not being rude, but yeah, Daniel Saifidi has been named. I thought he had.
It has to be a fitness test then.
Yeah. Would you risk him if he went off with an injury like that? Well, for Jack would have got to start.
MCL's like 4 to 6 weeks. Like, I mean, you can still. I thought with an MCL you couldn't run laterally, so.
Interesting.
Very.
I can't comment on this one, but there's some good players in the Storm side, that's for sure. It depends, I suppose, how tired they are and how hungry the Knights are to, bounce back from that awful display last week.
Well, they've got to atone, haven't they? That's why probably Adam O'Brien's probably sent the same team out.
Yeah, well, anyway. Some good games. But anyway, guys, we might take a short break and come back and wrap it all up. But before we go, when we come back, we will have a competition for you to enter in the next 2 weeks, and it is very easy to win. All right, guys, and time to wrap it all up. But before we do that, we're going to have another members draw. The first member draw we did a couple of weeks back. He really enjoyed it. Got himself a shirt, one of the number plates, and a couple other things. So this week we're going to start off. We're going to give an option of 2 things. First off, you're going to get obviously a nighttime podcast jumper, and you have the option of the signed Kalen Ponga shirt.
Yes, Cameron Ponga shirt, everybody.
It's all signed.
Yep.
Or you can have the Cleary one. So the choice is yours. So all you got to do to be in the draw for that is follow the show. Simple as that. You don't have to do anything. We're just going to pick a random person, and
Simple as that.
they can pick which one they want, and they get a one of the shirts and their jumper. Thanks to Nighttime Podcast and our merchandise guru, Mr. Sparkle.
Mr. Sparkle.
So big shout out to Dale, and do you reckon we need Corey on there?
No.
Like maybe
No.
I was just thinking like Dickie Need down here. looking
Not a
up.
chance.
Yeah, fair enough.
At least you haven't got a gay joke this time for me.
Sorry, Bernie.
Oh, right. He's not gay.
No, but
The thing is, every time you go like that, the two
No,
come
Bernie,
off.
you should have just strapped me in the chair tonight with being Bernie.
oh, man, you've had too much. I don't know. So I think that's it. Don't forget the fridge comp.
Yep. Send your entries in, your photos online, Facebook.
Anyone wants to come in and sit on the panel, let us know.
We did have a few coming.
Yeah.
But every single one that was coming up
You got
has
Cook.
a dreaded mantle.
Yeah,
We had
because-
two
it's
people coming.
because they had to sit next to me. That's why.
Oh, God, I must be sick each week. But no, we had two lined up that were coming in. One was going to do that, and one wanted to just see what goes on. And I thought, okay, when he pulled out with the man flu, I thought the other one might jump on. But yeah, he was cool.
I rang up and he was just exhausted from work and whatnot. But I said, see about next week. So,
So,
Well, it's good to have people on standby just in case the crew decide to fall down sick.
well, that was another thing too. Like the old Smita family are going on a holiday next year and might be here for a couple of weeks. So there might be some roles to fill for a few
right.
weeks. So, and saying that too, you might be able to cross live to us over there in New Zealand.
New Zealand. Yes, gee whiz.
yes, bro.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, bro.
Oh well, the kids and the wife have got us on this.
You got the fish and chips, bro.
Yeah, we're going on the zip lines.
Zip lines.
Have you seen
Yeah, I
it?
would see that. I was
The
watching
long
that.
one.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
And
You were
they're
showing
like-
me last week. Remember?
150 meters off the ground, and they go over 100 kilometers an hour.
Shits are trumps.
Well, yeah, will be with me. I don't mind the fastness, but
What you got to look at is who built the zip lines. It usually goes to the cheapest company because they want to save money. Just think about that when they're clipping you in.
And you're what 6'6" and
125
so they might
kilo.
run something
was
pretty
before the
decent for you to.
bargain.
But they reckon the heavier you are, the faster you go. The fastest they've got on there is 110 kilometers an hour.
Or you'll make
You
130
are,
easy.
you are going to freak.
I already am. To be honest,
How do you stop at the other end? Just hit the tree?
there's a brake system that you hit and it sort of stops you. And you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see the like the
Oh, I'm going to video it all.
The-
GoPro.
Road Runner and the Fox. Like
It's
see
let's
Smita.
put it this way. But the ship we're going on, it's a massive ship. It's not one of your boats, not a tugboat. It's a
Not the Love Boat.
the quantum of the seas,
Quantum of the Seas.
and it's got a flow rider on it. It's got dodgem cars, and
I know where you'll be. Practicing on the Dodgem cars for our.
no, I'll be on the flow rider. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, it's the funny. It's like the surfing thing.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's good. And they got iFly, everything got
Yeah, nice.
like it's a big ship. But funny story, we were on the movie Wet and Wild one. Yeah, Cruz was younger at the time, probably 3 years ago. And Cruz is like
Nothing
You
on
know.
him.
45 kilos, ringing wet. Anyway, he come off and flipped it. Next thing you know, there's this little white cake hole. I took his dacks off him. and not long after that, it was out of action for a long time. So I told him it was because his pants got caught in there.
And you believed you?
Oh, you did for a few minutes, and then you realise, hang on, no, I actually had my pants back on. But it's the funniest thing. But young Portia's going to have a go this time. She hasn't had a go before, so it'll be interesting to see how Portia goes, and Kylie as well. But
Take
yeah,
a camera.
oh yeah, there'll be a lot of fun. To be honest, we'll do a little special over there, and Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, enough of that rubble for me. But we're going to do a go-kart challenge again soon as well. Don't forget the bus too. There's still 10 seats, I think.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
On the bus trip down.
Yep.
So $45. You can't beat that down and back. And
Costs a lot more in a car.
yeah, and tolls, wear and tear. You can have a few sherbets and little dragons and Krispy Kreme donuts on the way back. Anyway, guys, also I was got a few things lined up for the show coming up soon, so keep an eye out. And yeah, we're getting more and more things involved. So all new equipment again tonight.
Yep. So I want to thank Black Green Media, which is Chad, for coming in tonight to sorting us out.
Yeah, a lot of our new
equipment.
New equipment, which is good. It's starting to look like a bit of a television studio over there.
Yeah.
We might have to clean up.
Yeah. What's this we? Anyway, guys, till next week.
We've got one thing.
A big shout out to our sponsors.
Our sponsors.
I can't do it without them, man. And big shout out also to my lovely wife that turned 21 again the other day. Well, she looks like it. And yeah, huge help. Also, Adam over there in Adelaide or somewhere over there.
To Brook or wherever he is.
One on to the Rock over there, the cameraman for looking after us.
And a big shout out to Muttley on the cameras as well. So
he's flexing over there.
Mini me.
Anyway, hey, till next week. There is a spot left, I think, for next week. So if not, get in contact with us and we'll get you on as soon as we can. So till next week.
It's all about league.
Good night.
Astro!
No, you've just said you have a. You're talking about the eagle, or
No, on the top.
Hello.
So we're talking Smith and then.
Oh, Christopher's just started bobbing up and down like a chicken hawk when he heard your voice.
They called me Popeye for nothing. Take.
Yeah.